and actually increase your mitochondria. That is unique to us. And what does it all mean? It means that you don't run out of our products and go to Walmart and get anything like them. You only get them from this company. And people only get them from you. To hear more about all of this, I'm going to turn the call over now to our CEO, Roger Hill. Roger, are you there?
Great to be with you, Dale.
Great to hear you. You're coming through loud and clear. Take it away.
Great. Outstanding. And once again, so great to be with so many of you joining us from wherever in the world you happen to be today. You know what, MoreMito, each week we have a health and wellness call on Saturday, and we do part 2 on Monday. And during the course of those, we address various topics that are important to you. In recent weeks, we talked about various things. We talked about how to reboot your brain, for example. Stop that brain fog, stress, addictions, autism, ADHD, dementia, and grief. Last week, we talked about breakthroughs in eye and vision health, cataract, detached retina, macular degeneration. There's a lot you can do about that with nutrition. And then, but this week we're talking about inflammation, disease, aging, and your diet. We're going to connect all of that to mitochondria. There is a connection. We're going to talk about it, okay? And let me tell you why I thought this was an important topic and I wanted to do it. Just a little bit of the backstory. Right before we were about to come out with our flagship product, Restore, which many of you are enjoying right now, this was like spring of 2019. There was a guy, a really good guy. He was very avid, very into what we were doing. He had a significant group he was bringing with him. And he had very high blood pressure and blood sugar. And he was able to get those down. And then right before we're going to launch, right before we're going to bring this product out, he dies of a heart attack. And that really troubled me from then up until now. And we've learned a lot along the way. We've learned that this inflammation is connected to mitochondria, and it drives disease, it drives aging, and you can affect it with your diet. Okay? So that's why we're going to talk about that this week. It is really, really important because we've learned some things thanks to the participation of many of you that nobody else is in a position to see, right? Because we are the only ones that are really effectively regrowing mitochondria so it can affect you. Okay? So, again, this has been a topic of conversation between Dr. Dan and I. You know him as a regular on our call. He's out of Oklahoma City. And we're going to get to him. But what I want to talk about now, for those of you who have not met us, haven't been introduced to us, maybe someone told you we're a nutraceutical company.
We are.
Here's what important.
Make sure you get your pens and papers because y'all do not want to miss this health knowledge. This is very important about your mitochondria.
Regrow what's called your mitochondria. That's the
and make sure you get your drinks.
Cells that produce the energy that your body runs on.
Yes.
You used to have a lot more of it than you got now. You have less now because you've been losing it along the way. And I'm not just talking about because you got older. You had diseases, you had environmental things you got into, you had stress. You had all those things that accelerate the loss of mitochondria. What it's called
some of the medications that you're taking.
Well. That's why a lot of people don't see as well, or they don't have.
Hello, everybody that's chiming in.
Your brain doesn't remember stuff as well.
Again, make sure you get your pens and papers and your drinks because you do not want to miss this health knowledge.
It's difficult time protecting you as well as it did when you were young. Okay, all that's got to do with loss of mitochondria. So at MoreMito, Dr. Elliott has developed the technology that needed to regrow those. Okay, it's a breakthrough thing because mitochondria are really tiny. They're like thousands of times smaller than your cells are. He had to get that nutrition not just in the bloodstream what other people can do. He had to get it all the way into your mitochondria. What we've learned over the years is that's where the real magic happens. Okay, they put that technology in our product line, which is called UltraMito, and that is what Dale is going to come back and talk to you about. Then we're going to get to Dr. Dale. Okay, Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first product I want to mention is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream. It's for your skin from head to toe. You put it in your hair, massage it into your scalp, and it's for anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish, anything. Listen, we've got testimonials in the back office about the impact it's had on severe varicose veins, on cellulite and stretch marks, even the lines on your face. And it does what it does because of the way it works. It doesn't just sit on your skin. It soaks through your skin. It soaks down to the bone and helps with your ligaments, your tendons, with your muscles, with your joints, your back joints, your hip joints, your knees, your hands. And listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition in your hands or feet that could start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Now let me tell you about Restore. Restore 3.0. It's our third generation product. And Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using as a base two ancient superfoods, olive oil with olive leaf and black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan uses several elements in a unique way. As an example, with olive oil, he uses several elements to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now that's unique. That's what sets us apart. That's our name, MoreMito, short for mitochondria. Dr. Bevan, as you heard, found a way to restore your mitochondria to the age when you were a kid. Look, you've been losing it all your life. You're lucky to have 50% when you're in your 50s or 60s, as low as 10% in your 70s and 80s. And Dr. Bevan found when we can restore it, not tune it up, not support it. What good is it to tune up or support 10% of what you got left? Let's take you back to the age when you were a kid, those levels. And guess what? Your body starts to work the way it used to, the way it's supposed to, the way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady, it's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a hit of caffeine or sugar with a hit followed by a deep valley crash. Cellular energy is steady. Imagine being able to live life through its fullest, to start and complete a task without a need to rest. How about the disappearance of your brain fog? Or something strenuous like a long bike ride or mowing the lawn that has a short recovery time. Cellular energy is different and means you live life again to its fullest on your terms without a need for all this resting and sitting on the couch and watching it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has used to create Restore 3.0. Listen, these 44 ingredients, the critical thing there is the proper blending. Dr. Bevan will tell you, if you take a handful of vitamins, you're lucky if a third isn't a complete waste, overpowered and canceled out by other things in that handful of vitamins. They have to work together to benefit each other. And then the most important thing is the XDS to get it through your cell walls into the walls of your mitochondria. Listen, this isn't just pouring ingredients in a pan, stirring them up, and putting them in a bottle. It takes 8 weeks to make a bottle of Restore. It's like making wine. And the results are absolutely astounding and unmatched. There's nothing like it. Next, I want to talk about our newest product. It's called Renew Brain and Body. Some of the ingredients we need to increase our mitochondria can't be delivered in a liquid phase. They have to be delivered dry. So Dr. Bevan's created these small capsules with these remaining ingredients, and Renew stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore. It helps with the blood flow in your extremities, the blood flow in your legs, your feet, your hands. Helps with the blood flow in the brain, as well as the firing of the synapses in the brain, the disappearance of the brain fog. Truly, it's the triad that completes these ingredients to increase your mitochondria. Now listen, our 4th product is for one of the most important members in your family, and those are the pets that we own. The most viewed videos on the internet are pet videos. We love them, they're part of the family, and they can suffer just like we do. If you've seen a dog that looks to be bound up, hobbled, can't hardly make it up and down the stairs, if you've got a cat that's laying around and packing up fur balls and has become extremely lethargic, listen, animals suffer also from a loss of mitochondria, and they're close to all the bad things in the environment that destroy mitochondria. The chemicals we put in our rugs, the things we put on the lawn, they're even allergic to things like we are. If you want to bring a dog quickly back to puppy stage, if you want to bring a cat back to kitten stage, increase their mitochondria with Petlife. So there's 4
And
products.
Rejuvenate.
Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Petlife. There is nothing like what these products can do when they're combined with your DNA. To hear more about all of this, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale.
Remember, get your pens and papers and your drinks so that you won't miss any information. And welcome everybody that has joined us.
Connection to disease, aging, your diet, and mitochondria. It's been a topic of conversation with Dr. Dan and I. You know him as a regular on our call out of Oklahoma City. He's an expert in nutrition and health and fitness. So no better person to address this than he. So Dr. Dan, again, we've been talking about this. Help people understand how this starts, because it's not mysterious anymore. Okay, we know that if you have long-term inflammation, it's an accelerant to diseases and aging and so forth. But it all starts back with our mitochondria. Take it from there, Dr. Dan.
Yeah, when you think of mitochondria, think of a wagon wheel. The hub of the wagon wheel is the mitochondria. That's very, very tiny little cells within the larger cell. I mean, you can have 5,000 in a muscle cell, and that's only part of the cell. So you can imagine how tiny they are. And it's very hard to get nutrients in there. So that wagon wheel has spokes that goes out to all the organs, all the tissues, all the different systems in the body. And it can work both ways. When the mitochondria is unhealthy, it's going to create inflammation that moves out into all the other areas. Also, from outside, like in the rim, if you think of it, toxins, eating too much sugar and starch, all those things affect the mitochondria. When the mitochondria is healthy, it takes oxygen and nutrients, oxygen out of the air, nutrients out of the food, processes and creates chemical energy, the ATP, and that's where 90% of your energy comes from. But it does more than that. There's a lot of signaling between the mitochondria, the nucleus of the cell, and apparently to the outside the cell is also affected by the mitochondria. It does a lot of different things beyond just energy. But energy is everything when it comes to the life force within in keeping the cell healthy. Now, the mitochondria is damaged, and it can get damaged in the process of producing energy when there's not enough systemic enzymes, or because of the outside things that are affecting the chemicals, the sugars, starches, the seed oils, the lack of sleep, not enough exercise, not enough water. The list is long. When all those things are bombarding, in a sense, the mitochondria, and that mitochondria, let's say a few of them out of the 5,000 are breaking down every day. The body has a way of dealing with that. It grabs it, encapsulizes it, breaks down the parts, and the part that is trash, it moves it out of the cell to be carried out of the body. Sometimes the trash is building up. The mitochondria is breaking down faster than it can, and that cell either becomes dies, or it's inflammatory, which can stimulate cancer, heart disease, diabetes, all these different things, can start stimulating things if you have enough of the cells doing that. Or they become zombie cells. They just sit there and take up room, and they also can become inflammatory. But more than anything, you get enough of those, and you're using up energy that's just sitting there not doing anything, not giving you anything. So we have to learn how to plug up the leaks in the boat. If you have a boat that is leaking water and you're trying to bail the water out, but you're not dealing with the leaks in the boat, you're getting nowhere. Well, the fast food, the processed foods that we eat, the high-stress lifestyle that causes inflammation in the body, the seed oils, which are just as bad as the sugar and starches, the lack of exercise, sitting too much, bad habits like smoking, alcohol, and we already know that those are bad for you. Not enough water, not enough sunlight. Believe it or not, not enough sunlight. In the infrared light can be very positive for the body. We need to get more sunlight. I need to take my own advice. If you're constipated or you can't hydrate, those toxins are building up in the body. And that creates a more toxic state, so it becomes a vicious cycle. As a sedentary lifestyle, as far as the eyes, the blue light, the TV, the computer, the phones really affect us and create inflammation, not only in the eyes, but it gets into the brain and raises the stress level. The stress in itself is inflammatory. So we have to learn how to plug the hose. We have to learn how to eat right, a good, healthy, low-carb vegetables, things that open up the blood vessels, that are nitric oxide stimulants, that open up the blood vessels and get more blood flow to carry more oxygen down into the mitochondria so it can produce energy and the mitochondria can stay healthy as well as the cells stay healthy. The mitochondria is sort of like the heart of the cell. The heart not only pumps blood everywhere, but it also brings blood, oxygenated blood, back to itself so it can pump. So
Did y'all hear that?
Keep that cycle going.
Your mitochondria is the heart of your cells.
And that's my purpose.
What keeps you going
is to help you with your lifestyle changes, and get you motivated and show you the different ways to exercise, different ways to eat, different things to avoid. And it's a lot of times what we're doing, we sometimes think is healthy is not healthy.
Right.
And we maybe doing coffee with all these different creams and everything, and too much coffee. And where good healthy cream and our whole milk in some coffee is a good idea if you want to add something to it. But adding all this stuff that you get, I can't say the name of the place. People treat it like going to get a mole, and it's probably just as much sugar as you get.
Y'all know what he's talking about.
That's not a good idea.
Famous coffee place.
You're probably better off with an actual mole. So anyway, Roger, learning not what to do, learning to plug up the hose, as well as feeding the mitochondria with a lot of MoreMito, so the mitochondria stays energetic and the signaling, everything stays intact is what we're about here. I'll get back to you.
All right, thank you, Dr. Dan. That was thought-provoking. This ongoing inflammation, I really want to clue you in on this, right? Because you may think that the issue you're dealing with is gone away. You've addressed it.
Because you don't feel it.
Philadelphia, so she has ear infection, and
ear infection.
She has lingering issues with her hearing. She lost 70% of her hearing in that one particular year. The infection's out, but that inflammation is not gone. Listen to how it affects her, and then we'll unpack and we'll make sure you get the nuances. Maria, you had some blood results come back recently. Can you tell us about it? Explain to me again. The protein has to do with your kidneys. And she has kidney failure. First stage 1 kidney failure. Okay? And so let's play this through and see how that lingering inflammation that had been on her body from the time she had that other condition that she will not mention on here manifested itself in the kidney. How early did it start showing up? How many years ago was that?
13. I get a blood test done. Could be every 6 months. And since 2013, having routine blood work done, and every time it comes back, my PCP, she expressed to me some concern over my protein in my urine. And at one point there, she had me about my kidneys. She said, well, your kidneys are, they're not bad, but she said, you want to watch the protein. I took a test in October. The end of October, I took a blood test. And when I got my comments back, my doctor wrote me a note, and she told me that the protein in my urine had decreased significantly, and that my kidney function had improved. Well, bells and whistles. I contribute that to the restore. That's the only thing that has changed in my diet. It's the only thing that I'm taking different over the last year. So
probably taking the whole bundle.
I think that's a great thing.
Marty, how far were you into taking Restore at the time you got that Restore?
Not long. That's the irony of it, because I started in March. So we're looking at March, what? April, May, June, July, August, October. So we're looking at, what, 6.5 months?
Okay.
Right? So we're looking at 6.5 months. I got my blood work done at the end of October, and I got my results back well over 3 weeks ago. So, yeah.
So an issue she had been having for 13 years, y'all.
Yeah.
Now she's having great results from the doctor because she did what? Build her mitochondria up. Now her body is starting to fix itself.
Your issue is like completely been addressed, no balance problem.
Hey, cousin Brenda.
No balance problems. I can't believe it. You know, I've been sort of traumatized by this whole, balance issue for some years now. I mean, I struggled with that for like 5 years. Each year, sort of like it got better, but it wasn't until I got that restore in my system, and that's in less than a year. So, yeah, I've been, seeing some improvement in what I considered long-term maladies. I've been doing pretty good.
That's a wonderful feeling, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
She got her improvement from getting her renewed brain and body bundle, building her mitochondria up.
Cause in inflammation, and in the case of her kidneys, where it's showing up, is that those little tiny filters you got in there start to fail. Okay? Now, in our formulations, all of them restore brain and body, rejuvenate. They're massively anti-inflammatory, but more importantly, all of them are restoring your mitochondria, which is the largest source of ongoing inflammation. It's damaged mitochondria that haven't been addressed. The zombie cells you heard Dr. Dan talk about, all those things are being accelerated, exacerbated as well by those inflammatory issues that are present. Okay? So you're not out of the woods. You're not out of the woods when you get that situation out of the way. You've got to bring back the cell all the way beginning from the mitochondria up. Okay, now, it can manifest itself in your breathing the way it did with Jody. We have a problem with asthma and some other issues too. This is part of the reason why people hardly ever anyone comes with one.
I'm sure some of you are experiencing asthma or have family members that have experienced asthma. I know several of my family members, a couple of my kids have experienced asthma.
From Springfield, Missouri. I've been on the MoreMito product for just 1 month. And
1 month of being on the product.
I'm pretty excited about what has happened with it. If we want to talk about respiratory problems, I had asthma all of my life, eczema all of my life, until a couple of years ago, and it seems like the asthma calmed down. But just recently, and I have an inhaler, but just recently, it started kicking up off and on again in the middle of the night. And that was just before we got the MoreMito. Since I've been taking the MoreMito, I have not had one other issue with that at all. And that
I hear that. No other issues that she had.
In the night, gasping for air. So, and then you have to use your inhaler 3 times, which you shouldn't do. So that's just, that's one that
her breathing has been much better since she got on MoreMito.
On top of that, about a year ago, I've had osteopenia about a year ago, got diagnosed with osteoporosis, and said that my knee was in horrible pain. I could hardly walk. And they said that the last test that they did said I was bone on bone. And in the past, the only thing that I had ever been able to do, along with some natural products, though, was to eventually give in and get a shot in my knee, which I didn't like to do, of cortisone. But that was the only thing that worked. Well, I had been having the pain again up until I started the MoreMito pretty badly. And since I've been on the MoreMito and rubbed the Resolve into my knee,
Rejuvenate Gel, not Resolve.
my knee has been fantastic. I haven't had any pain. At first, I was still waking up in the morning with pain. Put the Resolve on. That very
Rejuvenate
quickly
Gel.
resolved the problem.
She
Now,
rejuvenated the
I'm not
problem.
having any pain at all, even when I wake up. So that is fantastic.
That's awesome.
My husband has had a corn on his toe for well over 3 years. Very painful. Until we started taking MoreMito, he was complaining even more about how much it was hurting him. And he's 76 years old, still has his construction business, so he's on his feet a lot. He just told me 2 days ago, believe it or not, the corn is completely gone. And he never found
from getting on his
anything
MoreMito, his
to
corn
help
is
at
gone.
all in the past. My husband and I have been into lots of companies, lots of natural products that we still use to this day for, at least 20 years. But the MoreMito is a wonderful, wonderful addition. And we are so excited about what we have seen with it so far.
Welcome,
And I
Kenneth.
have a couple people to share this with now that I know about its help with the gluten intolerance as well. So, it's just everybody has some problems that seem to be helped by MoreMito. I haven't heard of anything that wasn't helped. So we're so happy that you've brought this forth. Thank you.
See, a lot of people keep going about conditions. We don't do conditions. We do mitochondria. So if you build your mitochondria up, everybody has mitochondria. Every human, every pet. Your body can fix itself from anything. Your body already knows how to do that. Okay?
I'm trying to help you not see these as isolated issues, right? The thread that runs through these is the inflammation. And underlying the inflammation are damaged mitochondria, okay? Whether you're feeling the pain or not, whether you're feeling the pain or not, it is still there. Before this call is over, I want to help you understand the complete picture of how you get rid of all of it, okay? But in the meantime, one of the signs that you have it is that your inflammation, your circulation is affected. Those of you who are diabetic know it'll change the color of your fingernails, right? Those small capillaries, your microcirculation is being affected. It could be affected to the extent that muscles start to atrophy, especially in your extremities like your hands. This was the case with Joyce. You've heard this one before. We're going to look at it from a different angle this time. I want you to look at this and think about the consequences of that inflammation and what we had to do to reverse this, or give our body the ability to reverse. And here comes Joyce. Joyce, what were your health concerns before you met us?
I had a serious issue with a disc that was deteriorating with arthritis in my neck, which was going down into my arms and both hands. My left hand had total neuropathy on 3 fingers, wicked bad. And I also had like the thumb part, on the thumb part was sinking in, and the other hand was starting to go. And within the second day, and this is like I could cry. The second day, it started to fill in the thumb part.
Second day after get on MoreMito.
Oh my God, starting to fill in. I was like in shock. And then I always click my phone off, and to put that little line, I forgot, I didn't have my glasses on yet. I could see the little line. I'm like, this is crazy.
Eyesight was getting better.
So between my eyes and my finger.
You're saying your vision improved over what period of time, and how many days in were you when you noticed that difference in your vision?
2 days.
2 days, y'all.
I was in shock.
She noticed changing her vision 2 days after getting on MoreMito.
The situation with the hand, I know you're sending me the picture, and I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. The palm of your hand.
Yeah.
The palm of your hand, and it was all wrinkled up, completely wrinkled up, sunken in. And within 2 days, it was like puffing up, and I showed somebody, look at this. This is unbelievable. And also, the tingling and the numbness was decreasing. I mean, it's shocking. And I'm doing what I was told. I put it on 4 times a day. I rub it in 4 times a day.
And she's rubbing the Rejuvenate Gel in. She's taking the bundle and rubbing the Rejuvenate Gel in. And she probably has some Restore oil mixed in
I
it.
should have photographed it from the beginning, but I didn't think it would get this quick. I didn't expect this, okay? I'm in shock, okay?
So she has these two working from the inside out. This works from the outside in.
Now,
Yes.
in terms of your mobility with that hand, what could you not do with that hand before that 2 days later you could do?
Well, kind of like detailed things, like, I mean, I still could do stuff with it, but I didn't have the strength or any of that. It's amazing. Okay, I'll give you an example. I would wake up. I haven't slept in 2 years. The pain gets burning, and it wakes me up. Okay, I'm not waking up in agony. I'm not waking up in wicked burning pain. I'm like, you gotta be kidding. It's like, wow.
Okay, so the amount of discomfort you had in that hand would really keep you from using that hand to some degree. It would have to. But beyond that, just the agony that you were in because of all that discomfort was so disconcerting. Would that be an accurate way to put it?
Yes. Yes. It was what I call a miracle, because I had cried to God and said, I don't want to go for surgery. They cut through the neck. You know, we all know it's screws and bolts and all that. And then you're on OxyContin for the rest of your life.
Okay, there's a part two to that I won't play, but here's what I want to point out to you. Let's look at this through an inflammatory lens, I'll call it that. You heard her say that she hadn't slept in 2 years. Okay, so as Dr. Dan and others will tell you that your brain is detoxifying when you're asleep. And it does it in your deepest sleep part of your sleep cycle. Okay? So if you've got ongoing issues with your sleep, it's enhancing or certainly not addressing that ongoing inflammation in your brain. Okay? Now, she has his hand. She has the hand that was all wrinkled up. The circulation, inflamed blood vessels shut that circulation down. Now your muscles can actually atrophy. All right? And the vision, how you going to separate that out? It may be that your vision has gotten to the point that you consider to be a problem. Okay?
Yes.
But it's being affected. Colors don't look the same. You don't know this because it happens so slowly. But your colors don't look to you like they did when you were a kid. Child sees more vivid colors, right? You're losing it as you lost the mitochondria to the extent that you need 3 times, by the time you're 50, you'll need 3 times as much light to see in dim light things you could easily see before. Okay? So again, we want to address that underlying cause, which is the loss of the mitochondria growing back, and that's why you're hearing these kinds of results that people are reporting. Now, big issue here. Some people have to have operations, maybe because of an accident, maybe in the case of Ron Long, because he had to have heart surgery to replace the heart valve. Consistently, and I mean without exception, every person that's on our technology comes back to us after they've had that kind of serious procedure, tells us they've astonished their doctors as to how quickly they recover. Why is that? Well, I will submit to you that, in my opinion, it's because we managed that inflammatory process that the intrusion of that surgery creates so effectively in the nutrition that the healing is accelerated by your body, not by us, right? We don't heal anything. We just regrow that mitochondria and let your body do the rest. It's Ron Long. Ron Long. You know, they'll introduce you to us. You had a heart operation, right? You had a pacemaker put in, as I recall. And,
Correct.
Right? So you had a much faster than expected recovery, and it sounds like you're even making more progress. Could you briefly take us back to that? Let us know what the expectations of doctors were, how much you exceeded that by, and how you're doing now, if that's not too many questions.
Well, we start out with the general. After the pacemaker is put in, they give you about 3 months to start getting back to life in a way. functioning. And simply, I run a farm or manage a farm with daily activities. And so for the first month, I was really getting back to moving 60-pound bales of hay or twice a day and sprinklers and stuff and a lot of walking. And so that turned out to be pretty exciting. It's called, hey, I'm feeling great. I have also recovered from spinal cord tumor removal, which left my right arm without nerve capability, numb. I had to become left-handed. In the last use, 3 times with Restore, my dead right hand has now been able to grasp a fork or a spoon to eat again with my right hand after 15 years of non-use. I'm 80 years old. People don't believe it. Keep up with me. They can't. So am I excited? Not only for life, but for you, Dale, and this product that has made a difference in many different concurrent areas to a senior health person who has recovered phenomenally. And I'm a pre-med student and understand more of the whole details. So thank you for this gift of life.
And thank you, Ron. I mean, like, you're getting the use of your hand again after this many years. So thank you again for that, Ron.
Thank you.
Y'all have to get your MoreMitos.
Okay, so
Makes a difference. Build that mitochondria up.
again, we're connecting the dots with inflammation and with loss of mitochondria. Okay. You bring that mitochondria back, and we've got ingredients. If you go in our back office, share MoreMito info.
Yeah, the ingredients. There's a
across the top
PDF.
or at the bottom, I guess, if you're looking at it on your phone. Click on that, navigate to where it says MoreMito Story. You will find a document in there that addresses or tells you the exact ingredients that are regrowing mitochondria, the exact ingredients that are encouraging the maintenance of those mitochondria as well as the maintenance of your cells via mitopathy and autophagy. If you don't know what either one of those means and you're interested, go click on that link, it'll tell you. Okay? And it's really huge that at the same time we're doing all of this, we got to bring back your natural antioxidants that your body makes. You might have heard of catalase, glutathione, right? Well, there's 10. Your body makes 10. And they're the most important ones. They're more important than the ones you get from the health food store. Why? Because your body is making these exactly where in your body you need it, the way you need it. So we've got to stimulate all of them in order to make this work right. And I think this accounts for the unique effectiveness that people report from our technology, that it's not just regrowing mitochondria, which is huge in and of itself, but the environment in which those mitochondria have to live in order for them to thrive, we have to do all these other things. Okay. Let me go one more time. Let's go with Sharon Fraley. Okay. So Francis, we meet Sharon Fraley, and maybe the next year I talk to her. She gets this immediate result and everything. Now a year later I talk to her, and she's got this, weight loss. She loses like 50 pounds. Her eyes are better, which was from the start. Cravings are gone. And she's got this emotional intelligence that helps her navigate life better. So let me let you hear that, and we'll unpack that. I have the pleasure of speaking with Sharon Fraley. Sharon, I interviewed you last year. Really, you didn't have any specific health concerns, but your vision just was positive, was amazing. You got all the energy. But since you were only 3 days in, you hadn't had any time to lose weight. So I'm just curious, what has happened with regards to your weight since then?
Well, since I've been on the MoreMito, my weight has went down tremendously. I've been able to keep it down, and people are asking me, what am I doing?
Hey, Charles.
People are saying to me, Sherry, you look good. What happened? And I tell them it's the MoreMito product. And so when I first started taking the MoreMito product, as I mentioned to you over a year ago, I had so much energy, my eyesight changed, and then the weight. And it just started like falling off. And so I could tell how my clothes were fitting, and I was not going to the gym. Okay, so
did y'all hear? She was not going to the gym working out.
I was not going to the gym.
She was using her MoreMito, building her mitochondria
up. Taking the product, and I just recently started going to the gym because the weight came off, and your skin is loose, and you just want to tone up. But also with the MoreMito product too, those sugar craves that I used to have, and the appetite, it changed it. So
it curbed her appetite, guys.
Changed. And so also, not doing sodas, not doing processed foods, a lot of sugars and things like that was the extra on top of taking the MoreMito with the weight coming off of that. And when I tell people, this is a natural Ozempic, you don't need those types of things. When you change your eating habits and you go on the product, the MoreMito product, this is your Ozempic. I'm a witness. I know what happened to me.
So, guys, this is considered a food. This is not a medication. This is considered a food that we use to build your mitochondria up. And when you build your mitochondria up, which mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells, then your body can fix itself from anything.
Managing her life better.
Yes.
She knew she needed to eat less. She knew she needed to do all those things she did, but she didn't. She wasn't able to do it. This is where our approach comes in. We make no attempt to diagnose, treat, or cure disease. No. What are we doing? We're giving your body what it needs to regrow your mitochondria, and now your mitochondria has the resources it has to fix that. But we're doing it in such a complete way that not only are you able to get back all those things we talked about in terms of antioxidant protection and so forth, but your brain works better. This is not something we anticipated or we knew would happen. This emotional intelligence that happens that lets you now do those things that you know you need to do, not procrastinate. And as a result, you get to your diet. So that is the elephant in the room. All these inflammatory situations, we're talking about diabetes, high blood pressure, all that. You ate your way into that. You ate your way into that. And you're going to have to address this diet because you've caused systemic inflammation in your cardiovascular system. And your cardiovascular system is connected to every organ you got. So is this going to mean kidney failure? Is this going to mean poor eyesight? If not, retinal failure or something like that? Is this going to mean you got problems with your breathing? Or is this going to mean you're just not going to live as long as you otherwise could? Okay, you were so genetically gifted that you resisted all your bad eating habits to the extent that you didn't have any acute issues, but it will just catch up with you sooner than it had any reason to. Okay. This is why I'm on this topic. I said at the beginning of the call, for those of you that went on at that moment, that I always thought about this young man who started with us right before we came out. We still got his blood pressure down, got his blood sugar down. Then he died of a heart attack. Okay. Getting those down doesn't mean you've addressed the underlying situation of system-wide inflammation all through your cardiovascular system. Okay. In our formula, we've got massively anti-inflammatory polyphenols and all of this. We bring back your mitochondria, which is the root of your inflammatory problem, starting your mitochondria, right? But for you to take our product and not change your diet, it's like you got one foot on the gas, the other foot on the brake. Okay? So we put these attachments, these other things in the place that you can get the previous calls. In your back office there, it will say, click here to listen to previous calls. And we gave it this section on what we call the magic oatmeal. Now, that has in it a number of the ingredients that we have in our products, right? But if you'll eat that way, if you'll eat the stuff that has the curcumin in it, the flax seeds, the cinnamon, all those things. Now, Here's what I want you to not do. This is someone that did with me. I showed him this, and he said, well, I'm already taking all this stuff. But you're not taking it the way it is in this, right?
That's right.
For example, curcumin in that magic oatmeal that you'll find, in your back off skin, works 20 times better because of what you put with it and how you prepare it. And all that details you. We give you the YouTube videos from the Dr. Dell and the other doctor lady that I think her name is, I forget her name right now. But they give you the rationale. You need to understand how critical this diet component is. When Dr. Dan was talking about these toxins, you're bringing them in your diet with a lot of unnecessary processed foods. And it makes it difficult for your body to keep up with all of that. Okay? So let's put it together. Exercise, diet, restore your mitochondria. That's the theme all the way. You need to exercise and make your body work better. You need to eat a healthy diet that's not full of all kinds of stuff that's going to make you either kill you or make you die sooner than you should. Right? Then, of course, let's restore that mitochondria.
This is how you restore your mitochondria.
Because just because you're not conscious of a pain or an ache doesn't mean you don't have that issue. It will show up.
Right.
It will catch up with you sooner or later. Okay? All right. So,
guys, remember, mitochondria is so serious. If you lost all of your mitochondria right now, you would just drop dead. That's how serious mitochondria is, okay? You owe it to yourself to build yours up.
They partner with us, and we love to hear from Mick. Talk about our impact on pets. Mick, are you with me?
Roger, how you doing? Amazing call. Got everything in it this week. Zombie cells. Oh my God. Unbelievable stuff. I love this. Yeah. These calls are so inspiring. But look,
you learn a lot.
First. My name is Mick McCullen. And of course, I tune in every week from the Republic of Ireland. I would never miss this call. I know I do occasionally, but I don't mean to. Because they're just so inspirational. But look, like Roger says, my wife Kate and I, we've got an amazing business. Helps pet owners feel better about something that makes them feel bad. That's what we do in our business. And, the beauty of the products that Dr. Bevan and Roger have created and are able to share with everybody is that they do exactly what we do. They help me feel better about something that makes me feel bad with my pets. They help me feel better about something that makes me feel bad with my knee. It's just incredible. I use all of the products now, but look, if you're here for the first time, you've never heard, my story. Look, we were, my dog Coco, she was like 12 years old. She could barely get up the stairs. You'd watch her kind of struggling. Made me feel bad. I wonder how she felt, because they can't tell you. You wish these little creatures could talk to you sometimes, but they can't. But we're connected. You can feel it. You can see it. And that's the way I was feeling. I was feeling bad about it. And we were looking for something. We didn't want to go down the traditional routes. We've done that before, and you don't always get the outcomes that you want. So we were skeptical but open-minded to try something different, and we found this company. We reached out to them. They sent us this little care package, and it was just incredible. I gave it to my dog Coco at 10 o'clock one Sunday morning, and at 5 o'clock that night she ran up the stairs. But Kate and I was standing in the kitchen. We watched this happen. We didn't believe it. We don't believe your lying eyes, right? And then the next day she's down the bottom of the garden. Normally when you call her, it'd just be a saunter. She'd just kind of saunter up. But when I called her, she came galloping up. And I turned to Kate and I was like, she's running. It was just incredible. And it made me feel better. It made Coco feel better. And that's just the difference that it made for us. We then started sharing it with our customers. Like we've got customers whose, dogs are late, they're considering getting operations. These are older dogs. And, one customer, their dog was getting a cortisone and steroid injection every month. After 3 days, the dog was chasing birds. The customer couldn't believe it. And another customer whose dog was
the dog was getting shots.
11-year-old dog, and they didn't want to do it. They tried this product, didn't get. They were skeptical but open-minded. And then he sent me a video of his dog doing zoomies 2 weeks later. Unbelievable.
After getting on the product for the dogs.
These products can make you feel.
Any animals.
We all want to feel better. We all want better, whether it's better health, better happiness, better wealth. Partnering with this company can help bring some of those things to your door if you want them, but you have to want them. You've got to want that change. You've got to want to use these products for yourself, and be able to share your story about them. And that's the beauty of these products. Like you can put them on yourself and
for yourself, humans.
If you use them, something's going to change. Something's going to happen. Like after I'd given it to my dog, I hadn't used it myself, even though we had some products to try ourselves. My left knee was so painful, just from playing football, when I was younger. And there'd be days, I'd have to sit on my bed to put my jeans on. I'd sit with my leg extended. And I wouldn't, my knee would be in so much pain. And then one Saturday afternoon before this call, it was summertime. I was sitting in my shorts, sitting with my leg extended. I got the Rejuvenate. And a new name, Resolve. I got the Resolve Rejuvenate because it resolved the problem for that lady and her knee. I did the same thing. I rubbed it on my knee consistently for about 2 hours.
She was just using the word Resolve. It's actually called Rejuvenate, okay, guys?
And I've never really looked back, and now it's part of my
rejuvenated her knee, rejuvenated his knee.
Ritual. After I get a shower, put it on my, my knees, my shoulders, my elbows, my face, my eyes. In fact, I've got a bottle here on the table. Do you know what I did, Roger? I got a little.
You can use it from head to toe, guys.
It just came with a little saline solution. I took the saline solution out and I put in the Restore, the Restore. And while I was sitting here listening to the call, I put it into my eyes. Oh God, it stings like heck. I know it does. But the beauty of it is, like when I first met you guys, I was getting reading glasses, like 1.75. Now I'm getting reading glasses of 1.0. What do I need to do? I need to be more consistent. If I'm more consistent, I think I'm going to get a better result, a quicker result. Even though I orally take the product every day, I take the brain and body. I love that product. For energy, that mental energy, I love it. And I love the Rejuvenate. Look, if you're here for the first time and you're not sure what your next steps are, get back to that person who invited you to the school. And they'll tell you what those steps are, if any. But listen, I'm sure Dale's going to tell you all about it. Dale's a legend. He's going to sort every one of us out. So,
guys, if you want more information on the People product, you want to text SA2, the number 2, to 714-418-5376. If you want more pet nutritional information, you're going to text SA and the number 2 to 706-970-2214.
Hey, thank you, Nick. All right. Love it.
Fantastic.
So let's kind of recap this, and then we'll hear from Dale. We've got this unique technology. It regrows mitochondria. That's a component in your cells that speaks 9+% of the energy your body runs on. You would die if it weren't for them. Okay. Our scientist, my partner since 2015, Dr. Elliott, has created this technology, and it doesn't just regrow your mitochondria. It really improves the health of your cells overall for all the stuff you heard earlier in the call. You had to create a unique technology to make all of that happen. It's called XDS, and it's what reorganizes the molecules of the ingredients that you see on our product labels so that they can become more, right? So that they can also get all the way into your mitochondria and make these profound changes happen. People report week in and week out, and you may have experienced if you're on the products already yourself. Okay? Now, the 3 products that they're in is Restore, its purpose is cellular repair and organ regeneration. Organs will fail, kidneys, liver, kidneys, heart, and so forth. Okay? And it's important to have mitochondria to bring them back. There are 44 ingredients in that product altogether. Some of them are regrowing your mitochondria, others are there because you need specific support for various organs, your heart, your liver, your gut. There's specific things in there for your gut that you hear influencers and other folks on the internet talk about. We're actually doing, okay? And then there's the Renew Brain and Body. It's important because all the ingredients in Restore are water soluble there. So oil soluble, black seed oil, olive oil are the base of that product, superfoods. But we need water-side ingredients too that are water-soluble. They're in the capsules called Renew Brain and Body. And part of those give your body extra nutrition. Then there's that really versatile topical gel. It's called Rejuvenate. You can take some of the Restore for all 44 ingredients, right? Put them in the Rejuvenate, shake that jar up like I do every single time I open one. You can put it right where you've got a specific issue. Maybe it's with your skin. You've got a bump or scratch or mole. Maybe you got a keloid. Maybe you got a scar you've had for over a decade.
Let's take some of my keloids away. Well, all of this working together.
Watch them fade away. Penetration of the bone, so you've got mobility issues like you heard us talk about during the course of this call. It could be your godsend, okay? But together, all of the doing what? Restoring your mitochondria. That's why we don't have to do diseases and conditions. We just have to do mitochondria and let your body do the rest. All right, with that, President Dale
You need to get yours now, guys.
with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com. MoreMito.com. Then a / type in your username. You're going to be at your website. You know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page. So is your phone number, your email address, even your WhatsApp, if you put that in there. And this is where you send people to your website after you've initially told them about the products, what you've heard, what you've experienced, what it can do for them. Once they combine it with their DNA, listen, they go to your website and they get a selection of testimonials to listen to. They can read about the products, read the ingredient list of each one, look at the XDS, see how it works, what it does, even look at the labels on the bottles. But most important, they can purchase. They can't buy from the company. They can only buy from you. But you know what else they can do? They can join you. Listen, we created a one-of-a-kind company to support a one-of-a-kind product line. There's nothing like what you've heard about these products. We did the same thing with the company. There's no fee to join MoreMito. We don't charge you to tell other people about our products. We think that's crazy. We don't charge you to be here on a monthly basis. We don't force you to buy a product. We don't require auto ship. If you participate in our compensation, and we hope that you do, you don't even need to make a purchase to participate in compensation. One order can qualify 2 people. You'll understand that when you're in, but listen, you're going to love our compensation because it's like nothing you've ever seen, just like everything else here. We don't pay once a month or once a week or once a day. We pay every time a purchase happens. Once you're a verified member with
every
us,
time someone purchases, you get paid.
We check your email. We make sure you're not a Charbonneau, just looking into steal commissions. Look, somebody makes a purchase, your compensation's in your back office. Go use it. If you joined us as a referring customer, then you're getting Mito Cash, internal money. Use it to pay for your product. Use it to pay for your shipping. You can even send it to other people in the company to help them. It's a tremendous way, if you're outside the U.S., to purchase products without a need to worry about financial conversions of your currency. It's phenomenal. But you know what? You can upgrade to a paid rep. Guess what the charge for that is? Nothing. You maybe see the pattern here. There's no charge to upgrade. The paid rep, you do it yourself in your back office. Once you're a paid rep, then you send the money to your bank through our powerful ACH system, through Stripe connectivity. It's secure, the securest there is. You can send money even to banks outside the U.S. You can also send it to your PayPal account, to your Venmo card. You've got a testimonial. Dan Wade's wife was spending commission money off the Venmo card 10 minutes after a purchase happened. You've never seen anything like the way we do things.
Especially for those that like to shop.
We think in a logical, makes sense manner. The products work. There's nothing like what these products do. The company to support you works like no company you've ever experienced before. We did a short training Wednesday night on the back office, how great it is, all the power we've given you. And look, we've even got a support team like nothing you've ever seen. We answer phone calls 6 days a week. The number's at the bottom of your website, 509-593-3300. No, I won't repeat it.
509-593-3300.
If you call in and don't get a human, then everybody's already on the phone. Leave a message. You're going to get a call back. It astounds people when they get a call back because nobody does that in their customer service anymore. Well, guess what? We do. And why do we do it? Because we're here to support you. We're here to make it easy for you to share the message. If there's questions about how to put somebody in, how to place an order, how commissions are paid, any questions, if you can't reach your sponsor, call that number. Customer service will help you. So we created a one-of-a-kind product line. If you were going to create an incredibly unique, powerful for the population product, you create this. If you can create a company supported that supports logically and doesn't nickel and dime people, just there to make sure it all happens. You create this company. The one thing we can't do is up to you. Only you can do it. You got to tell people.
Tell people, guys.
You interact
Don't tell people, talk.
You are surrounded by people that have issues with eyesight, issues with blood pressure, issues with sugar. And they've got people that may have neuropathy in their hands or feet. Everybody's facing something, and you hold an answer. Why in the world would you withhold?
Right.
We
hold the answer with the products to help you build your mitochondria up.
The testimonials, everything else happens from there. So, Roger, if I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn this back to you.
Thank you, Dale. So we got a couple things we want to mention to people. We had LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been added as one of the options.
Yes, I asked for that to be added. Yes.
Okay. Someone
that was
requested
quick.
That. We've got that up there now.
Yes.
You see that as one of the options when you're sending things out to people from that system.
I think I asked Thursday and it's already done. Awesome.
For other aspects, we'll get that done. That's still in progress. And there was an issue with the way when it's counting how many times you got responses back from people, and it was immediately doing that. I believe that's been fixed, but check it out and see if it hasn't been. When you send something out, it's immediately saying they open it when they hadn't opened it yet. Okay? So check that out. Help us out. It's one of the last.
He's talking about the app, the MoreMito app. Yes, we have an app. Mr. Roger Hill, the CEO, created the MoreMito app, and when I tell you it's awesome. Yes. Anything that you send out to people, you know whether they clicked on it, whether they watched it, you name it, because the app tracks everything. So I love it. So if you listen to me and I've sent you something from the MoreMito app, if you didn't watch it, I know you didn't watch it. If you didn't click on it, I know you didn't click on it because it tracks it. So, but you're doing yourself a disjustice if you did not listen to it or watch it, okay? Because all we're doing is teaching you how to build your mitochondria up. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. If you lost all your mitochondria, you would drop dead. It's that serious. So learn how to build your mitochondria up the natural way. These are considered a food.
Okay? Maybe you got that particular financial goal in mind. Maybe you even want to become what I call cash flow independent. That means you got more compensation coming in that it takes to pay your bills this month. You don't have to work for it this month. I think that appeals to a few of you. Okay? Well, if it does, by all means affiliate with us, and let's see what we can do together. You know who we are right now. We're that company that keeps health on 100, hype on 0. There's no nonsense here. We're not one of those network marketing companies with a lot of nonsense, okay? We're strictly a nutraceutical company, and we're about, once again, helping people get better health outcomes. I think there are people in your very family who could benefit from that, okay? So again,
every human, every pet can benefit from our products. Our building your mitochondria. This is for the humans.
Okay, then we're going to go to Q&A in a moment.
And this is for the pets.
You can't stay for that. Then the recording will be up about 15 minutes after that session ends. You'll be able to replay it and get to it. Also, in your back office now, when they announce to come out, they're in your back office. You can see them. But furthermore, you can send them to people, and they're tracked in the info system. So you can send out all those invitations now, letting people know about the topic, where we're doing on our health and wellness calls. And as they click on that link and see that, you'll be able to tell that they did, okay?
That's awesome.
That functionality is there as well.
Okay, guys. Okay. Again, for people products, you want to text SA2 to 714-418-5376. Or for pet health, you want to text SA and the number 2 to 706-970-2214.
Illinois, according to the call, right? The number ends in 9.
Y'all, it's question and answer time. So now let's listen.
All right, caller, I've unmuted you. Give us your name and ask your question. 9766 from Illinois. Who are we talking to?
Georgia here.
Roger, there.
Yeah.
There you are. Hello, Georgia. Go ahead. Georgia. Go ahead with your question.
Georgia's struggling with something. Okay, Georgia. If you're having difficulty, just hang up and call back in. We'll pick you up, okay? Meanwhile, let's
Raise your hand again when you call back in. It's star 5.
Yeah, raise your hand
Go
and
ahead.
come back in. Sometimes you have these random glitches. Got another wireless call from Washington, D.C. That number ends in 5691.
Yes, wireless caller, give us your name and give us your question. I've unmuted you.
Or your testimony.
Thank you. Joyous greetings. I'm Laureen Joyce,
Oh,
and
that's
I
one
have
of
a
my
question
customers.
related to what Dr. Dan said about the glasses, the blue light glasses blue light from TV, computers, and phones. I did see someone on a call that had pink glasses on. Is there a way we can buy glasses while we use those devices that would help block the blue light?
You can search on blue light glasses, and you'll find them on Amazon and lots of places.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Great question.
Okay. All right.
Great question.
Okay.
A lot of my customers have great questions.
We got a wireless caller in
So if you're watching us and you have a question, you can put your question in the comment and we'll get that question answered.
Hello? Wireless caller, I've unmuted you. Give us your name.
Hi, I'm William
Take some
Jones,
great
and
questions.
a great call, by the way. But my question is kind of twofold because I heard two things that I'm kind of interested in. The first thing was I heard someone say that he
Great
had
question.
a pacemaker in, and he saw some results out of that. And the other thing is I didn't really get which products that he was taking, and from what I heard on the other
Take
part
all
at the
three.
beginning,
They're all
it
formulated
was
to work together.
3 products that go together, and I didn't know if there was a package for that.
There
I'm just
is.
really
Renew
getting
Brain
my
and Body
information
Bundle.
on this because the person that shared it with me just shared it with me a day ago, and I really haven't had a chance to go through everything and take a look at it. But I was just wondering, do those 3 things come together, and was that part of the product?
Yes, let me respond. So we bundle these together, and you get all 3 of them. Brain and Body Bundle 1 is our most popular one. It has Restore, Rejuvenate, and Renew Brain and Body together, and you're hearing it right. We're trying to maximize your mitochondria, and we need all 3 of those to do that well. So you're well advised to get that bundle.
So did y'all hear that? You need all 3.
Okay.
So a lot of people want to say, oh, which one do I need? You need all 3 because each one does something different to build your mitochondria up, but they're formulated to all work
It's all
together.
on the website. When you, whoever introduced you, you'll affiliate through them. Click that join button on their website. You get your own website, and you will log into the back office of your website to make those purchases.
You create your free customer website from the person that referred you. So if I referred you, go to my information, my website, click join, and you join as a referring customer, and then you'll log into your back office and you can order the products.
A prominent red buy button. Okay. A couple places on that page. When you click one of those, it takes you to what we call our bundle page. And the bundle page gives you all these options for different bundles. And again, the most common ones at the top. You got others. You can also get individual ones also. But we have this combined approach, right? Again, we need all these different ways to regrow your mitochondria. That's why we don't have a dozen products, by the way, or more, like you see with a lot of companies. They're condition specific. Something for this, something for that, something for the other thing. We got one set of things all for your mitochondria.
Right. This is all building your mitochondria. Okay.
Is it something that's taken daily, or is it taken once a week, or how does it?
No, daily. You take it. Okay. You put it in the context of how you eat. You eat every day. Okay. This is food, a special kind of food processed in a special way, but food nonetheless. So you need to be fed these things regularly. Yes.
Okay.
So again, this is considered a food, y'all. This is all natural. It's considered a food. All 3 of these are formulated to work together to build your mitochondria up.
The reason for the bundles is you get one of the products free. You're getting 3 products.
You get a Rejuvenate
one
free.
One of them is free if you purchase in the bundles versus purchasing separately.
Yeah, if you purchase all 3 of these separate, you're going to pay more money.
Go ahead, Roger.
Versus you purchase it in the bundle and you get one for free.
We embraced it right away. All right.
That's right.
How about Daniel Wasso?
All right, Daniel, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Daniel.
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the call. I was actually invited and introduced to MoreMito by Handy Randy.
Handy Randy.
Yes, I did. Yeah, so I did order one of the bundles, and I just I think similar to the caller before me. Did they recommend to take all three at the same time or different times? I know it's
no. You will take all three at the same time. Now let me explain why once again. All the things that we need to regrow mitochondria aren't found in one place, nor are they in one form, right? So we have the oil-soluble ones in Restore. It's an oil-based product, the olive oil at its base, black oil, but furthermore, there are many other oils in there. Then you have Renew Brain and Body, which is capsules, and that's just how we can get the water-solubles in play. Okay? And in some instances, you'll see the same ingredient on both, but what it is you got an extraction method that pulls out one set of ingredients and corresponding effects you get from it. And we'll have that same one when we're extracting with a water or alcohol-based or liquid-based extraction, right? So that's how you get the full effect of all of these. And then you have a need to specifically put this stuff on certain areas. Through the course of the call, you heard people talk about an issue with a knee or a back, or elbow, the eyes, or whatever. So you can take that mixture of Restore and Rejuvenate, you can put it right there, so you get a concentration right at the specific area that you're concerned about. So that's the why of these. And then, of course, we got pets, the same thing. You've got a special version for pets. And the Rejuvenate Gel, you can use with pets or with people.
But straight Rejuvenate, not if you mix some of the Restore oil. Don't use the if you mix some of the Restore oil in the Rejuvenate Gel. Don't use that Rejuvenate on the animals because it has some stuff that pets can't have. That's why this is Restore oil minus what pets can't have. So humans and pets use this because it's Restore oil minus what pets can't have. Now you can mix this in here, or you can put just put them both on the animal.
Larry.
Lights up.
So while Larry's getting this stuff together, I'm gonna remind you again. For more information on people health, you want to text SA and the number 2 to 714-418-5376. For more information on pet health, text SA2 to 706-970-2214. But if somebody else referred you, get back with the person that referred you.
Hi.
This was a great call. I've been invited to the call by Edward Ed. And I have a question. I heard someone talk about their eye and their vision. My husband has been told by his doctor that he needs to have cataract surgery. Is this something that
he needs to get on the products ASAP.
Can help with?
He needs all three.
People with cataract concerns get some good results from it. You can take it and put it on your eye now. For those people who have already had cataract surgery,
rub it all around your eyes.
Don't put oils in your eye because that synthetic lens will block the absorption. The people who have not had the cataract surgery, you can do it.
Yeah, you can take this and put it in your eyes.
You can take the
you can put this.
Restore, Rejuvenate, like I'm doing right now as we speak.
Just mix it in there. Put that on there. You can put some of this on there by yourself too.
Multiple times a day. I've got an eye concern as well.
Now this is a little stronger. The Restore oil is a little stronger than the Petlife. So some people use the Petlife because it's milder when you put it in your eyes.
The other thing you can do is you can actually take that mixture and put it right on your eyeball. It'll go up there. You can also put the drops of Restore or Brain and Body. Petlife right on your eyes. Suggest Petlife.
You can drop it right on your eye. Take the dropper, drop it right on your eye.
Restore. It's strong.
Either one.
All right, you can close your eyes quickly on that. So yes,
This
you
one's
can use
stronger.
it
So,
on and in your
like he
eye,
just said,
depending on how you
when
want
you
it to.
put
But
this
like
on
you
your
said, dry
eyes, close your eyes
condition. It was years
quickly to take the oxygen
before we
out so the
found out
stinging can
about
go
putting
away.
it in your eye. Years.
That's why a lot of people
This
use
was
this one because
finally
it's
somebody
milder.
tried it,
Well,
and
some
it
people
worked
use this
great.
one, but you want
But we were
maximum
having people
results.
with every manner of
Tough it
eye
out. Use
concerns,
this
from
one.
retinopathies all the way up to being blind. And by feeding their mitochondria, regrowing it in their eyes, they were like getting their sight back, see better, all those things happen. Okay?
Wow.
I've had a major change in my eyesight, guys.
I have
Major
one more
change.
question. You had a caller on, and she talked about her weight loss, but she didn't say exactly what it was that she did. So,
So she's
could
taking
you elaborate on
everything.
that?
Sure.
All three.
What she did was take everything, right? Like we don't have something with weight loss or something else.
Restore Oil, Renew Brain and Body works from the inside out. Rejuvenate Gel works from the outside in. You use all three, guys. All three. Okay? They're all formulated to work together. If you want that maximum result, use all three.
Okay,
And
so
if you want even more results,
you
use
said
it
she
multiple
took
times a day.
Everything. So, is there a package product that you can go online and look at to see what everything is, or?
Absolutely, and I was just talking to the gentleman before about that. All these are bundled together because you need all of them. We want you to have all of them, and as Dale pointed out, we discount it. You know, when you get a bundle, you get it at a lower price.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited about coming back and sharing the testimony about his eyesight.
Marvelous. If you affiliate with us, go to share MoreMito info in your back office. Click on that, and the very first category you see will be people health. Click on that, and then there's a whole section in there on eyes and vision with many more interviews that you did not hear today. Okay.
As you can see, the company gives you the tools you need to share with everybody, and they don't charge you, okay? Mr. Hill has designed all this for us for free, okay? All we gotta do is just keep sharing it with people, because people need this. Every human, every pet has mitochondria.
Did not.
And again, it's a serious says if you lost all your mitochondria, you would just drop dead. So everybody needs to build their mitochondria up, right?
This is Dan Wade.
Oh, Dan Wade.
Okay. Well, you got your hand up,
It
Dan.
shows you come up from Dearborn. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I just moved there. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, hey, guys, thank you so much. Hey, just wanted to...
We have fun out here sometimes, too, guys.
Later today, since that gal talked about cataracts, because I got some great news just 2 weeks ago. My wife's been literally begging me, of course, to go to the eye doctor. I keep putting it off, because I haven't been since 2018. 2018, I already knew that something was going on with my right eye, and the eye doctor then told me I had a cataract in my head. So a couple weeks ago, we went to a new eye doctor, and he had equipment I'd never experienced before, and one of them was, it took a picture of my whole eyeball. So you can see all the inside of your eyeball and your lens. It's pretty cool. And
Technology is something else, isn't it?
Never been with him before, never went and seen him. And he said to me, he said, you see this little brown line in the middle of your eye? He says, you're doing fantastic for having rheumatoid arthritis. And I said, how do you know I have rheumatoid? And he says, well, your hands. So he says, you're doing fantastic. And then he said, the next word out of his mouth, you have no cataracts.
He has no cataract because he got on the product, y'all.
I was thrilled to death.
Dan Wade has had several great testimonials. Now, no more cataract, right?
So I just wanted to let you guys know that.
Wow, awesome.
So I've had, of course, remember, we didn't even have Restore back then in 2018. We got it in 2019, right?
Hadn't been to the eye doctor since 2018, guys.
When the 3.0 come out in January 2022. So I've been at it since then. So just a little news there, good news.
You owe it to yourself to get your mitochondria strong by getting your MoreMito products, guys.
Okay. How about...
We would love to hear your testimonials once you get on the products.
Marino Gonzalez from New York. Caller ID.
All right, Marino, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you so much for the opportunity to ask my questions. So I have been invited by a good friend of mine, one of my business partners, Shelby Johnson, And I finally decided to step in and listen to the call. My question, I'm in the process. I just finished having a knee replacement in January, and for some reason, I've been having.
Had
a
he had been on the
challenge
products, he may not would have needed that knee
losing weight.
replacement.
Actually,
But he
my
said
weight
he
has
finally
been gained,
decided to
even though
listen
my
to the
eating
call.
patterns haven't changed much. So I'm in the process of starting a 30-day cleanse with Dr. Schultz, and which I already purchased. But coincidentally, today I turned on my Facebook, and there was a gentleman talking about Dr. Axe, talking about mitochondria, which I thought it was like a sign. But he was actually mentioning doing they do a blood panel, where they send you pay for the kids, they mail it to you, you send the blood panel back to them. Do you guys do a blood panel?
No,
We
we
don't need to. We're in the mitochondria business.
It doesn't need to be anywhere near that complicated. Okay. We know that we're growing mitochondria by what we have in it, and there's a document back in your back office that details every single one of those. But furthermore, we know there's peer-reviewed studies, the whole thing. But furthermore, we know it by the way your organs perform. Right? Your mitochondria have the highest concentration in your major organs. Why? Because they do a lot of work that require a lot of energy. Okay? And when you look at these organs, heart, kidney, liver, and so forth, the highest concentration are in your heart, your brain, and your eyes. So it's very common for people to get on our technology and they see better. In some cases, they see better immediately. Okay, it's like
Mine took a little bit. Each person's body is different.
That lost 50 pounds, eyes changed the same day she took it. Okay, that's the latest version. It didn't happen in our first generation technology, but this generation we've got right now, wow, you know. And similarly with every organ that you heard, if you heard the other interviews I did, well, you got a kidney perk, you got a heart perk, you had different things like that. All of those are because those high concentrations of mitochondria in those organs are responding quite well to this technology. So that's how it is.
Okay. All right. And does doing a 30-day cleanse, would it affect the supplements with your program, or is it okay to do other?
I'm not specifically familiar with every cleanse out there, but look at it like this. The most important cleanse for you is the cellular cleansing, starting with your mitochondria. And this is what Dr. Dan was talking to in the beginning of the call. You have something called autophagy, which is your body getting rid of worn-out cells. Very necessary. And you have mitophagy, which is the same thing at the mitochondrial level. And in both of those, you can have what's called zombie cells or zombie mitochondria that should have been recycled. They're not. And they're really causing way more free radicals in everything. Okay, they need to go. So we've addressed that in our formulation. It's because it's fundamental to our topic about inflammation. That's where chronic inflammation begins. It begins with damaged mitochondria and damage, which in turn damages the cells. And it's kind of like your car going down the road with a broken emission system. And it's just now smoking pollutant all over the place, okay? Now, there's other levels to the detoxification. For example, when we do a detox call, you can go in your back office when you're affiliated with us. You can see those calls we did where we're showing how it's affecting your elimination, for example. Okay, it's affecting your lungs. You get all kinds of examples like that. But your body needs energy to do its best job of detoxifying you. So I said all that. If something's good for you, it'll usually work better, given you're doing our stuff. But what you might want to do is run it with us first, and then see if you still need to do that other detox.
So use this first, then see if the other is necessary. Because you're building your mitochondria up. It's very serious, guys, to build that mitochondria up.
Great question.
If you've ever taken antibiotics, antibiotics damages mitochondria, right? So that means that's less that you have. 50s or 60s, then you've lost half of your mitochondria already. You need to build it back up. That's why we tell you, if you lose it all, you would just die. It's very serious, guys.
2126.
Remember, we're attacking it from the cellular level.
Ask your question. I've unmuted you.
Hello.
Atlanta, 2126. Are you with us?
So while we're waiting on Atlanta,
Nope.
again, if you want more information on the people products, text SA2, the number 2, to 714-418-5376. 714-418-5376.
About weight loss, because everybody's talking about the products for weight loss. I do not want to lose weight, so if you take all 3 products, would you just automatically?
Everybody don't experience weight loss.
Well, people that need to lose weight, okay. In some cases, people gain weight. So,
understand, y'all, your body knows what it needs. God designed our body to fix itself, so it knows what we need. So when you start building your mitochondria up with your MoreMito products, right, then your body can then take over, and it'll know whether you need to gain weight, whether you need to lose weight, okay? Isn't that awesome? Our body knows how to do that. We serve an awesome God, y'all.
Okay. But what I'm saying, if I keep the same diet I have now, where I'm not losing weight, and I start using these 3 products, would it make me automatically start losing weight?
Well, okay, so here's, I don't want to sound like I'm double talking you, but there's a reason I'm saying what I'm saying. It's not really what our UltraMito products do. It's what an individual person's body does with it. And that will vary from one person to another. You see what I'm saying? It's not like, there's nothing in there that is specifically any more designed to make you lose weight than it helps you fix your kidneys, for example. Right? But these are all things that a person's body can do with it. Like you may gain muscle, for example. I know I must have. When I first started using it, I like to cycle a lot. My legs got significantly stronger. I ain't changed my diet. I just noticed that, like if I was sitting in a sedan getting up out of a car, or sitting on a seat that was lower than normal, it was like something else was pushing me up. That's that mitochondria that responded. So,
again, we build mitochondria, guys. We're not in the healing business.
Start with the same diet I have now.
Yeah.
Okay. I would
Roger, another thing, Georgia, if you go back and listen to these testimonials, you'll hear one thing pop up. The cravings stop. The sugar cravings. So they're not talking about same diet but losing weight, burning what's on you. They're talking about not eating the junk food that was making them fat. Your situation's different. You should experience, we would think, nothing different. Unless you're eating a ton of junk food. So, yeah.
But further I'm saying, but further I'm saying that but we have nutritional counseling for anything that, else that with respect to your nutrition that needs to be addressed.
Yeah, we do have nutritional counseling calls, and you can find that once you become a customer. You can find it in your back office. Now, that call you do have to pay for is only $20 a month. These are doctors that, normally charge, easily $100 an hour, that we have access to. And that call is on Saturday, an hour before our corporate call. This is our corporate call. So.
Yes, hi, good afternoon, from Texas. And so my first question is that I heard about the cataracts, was listening and everything. I actually had LASIK surgery, maybe 20-something years ago now, and I wanted to know if putting the Rejuvenate on my eyelids would help, because it has, my vision has decreased a little bit and everything since I've had the surgery. So I wanted to see whether or not the Rejuvenate would help on my eyelids or not.
You can put it on her eyelids, just not in the eyes, because she had that laser surgery.
Getting a bundle and using everything is going to help your eyes both ways. It's going to help from what's happening internally with Restore and brain and body. It's also going to help externally with Rejuvenate with that Restore combination on it. So it's really a combined approach.
Well, y'all keep hearing them say there's a combined approach. That means they're all formulated to work together. So it's all combined together. It's how Dr. Bevan Ellis, our scientist, created it to work on your mitochondria.
And I spoke with my godmother, tapped us into, we spoke to, I believe her name was Grace, and we also spoke with Melvin, and they said to take the Rejuvenate, put the Restore in there, and take the Rejuvenate and put it on my daughter's, throat, the back of her neck, her belly button, and
you'd be amazed though the results you get from putting it on your belly button.
See if there's any other area or any other thing I can do to help speak.
Yes. Now, what I didn't hear you say is gargle with Restore.
You can gargle with the Restore All, y'all. Put in there and gargle with it. Does great with dental work.
I'm going to take that teaspoon of it and not just swallow it. I'm going to gargle. Here's my whole
Take a teaspoon, put it in there, put it in your mouth, gargle with it.
My teeth and everything. You get amazing.
Yeah, let it go all through your teeth and everything.
You got some cavities, maybe.
Especially if you got cavities, any dental issues.
Start growing back up your teeth, okay?
Yeah, we've had people teeth start growing back.
But then when I get through doing that, if I got a sore throat, I'm going to gargle. Gargle with it. And that seems to just knock out any sore throat I ever get.
Another thing I do when I have a sore throat, of course, the Restore All is mixed in my Rejuvenate Gel. You can take some of this and rub it all around your throat as well.
Thank you. Great question.
Gargle with it and take your Restore All with your Restore mixed in it. Rub it all around your throat, back of your neck, and all of that as well.
Hello, one quick question. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Okay. Roger, I wanted to ask you about the K vitamin you said you were taking. What was the name of that?
The K vitamin. So we have K27 in Restore, and yes, I take extra K27.
K27. Okay. All right. Can I get the name of the product you take? Is that possible? Or is it in the back office?
So you need to see. Here's where K27 comes into play. K27 and D3 need to be taken together. And so if you're supplementing D3, you need to have it in a D3 K27 preparation. I get mine off Amazon. I get 5,000 units of D3 and 160 units of the K27. And I take 2 of those today.
Okay, is that a specific brand that you get?
Give me a moment while we're talking, and I'll pull it up and I'll check it, okay? Because it's in my Amazon purchase. But here's what I can further say while we're talking about this. This is related to our topic today. It's like, why am I taking the K27? Okay, here's why. If you go look at that mitochondria diet that we're talking about, the magic oatmeal, all those things are things that will make your blood vessels healthier. Okay? I mean, literally remove plaque, take out that calcium. Okay? And so you have something in your body called reverse cholesterol transport, for example. And that tends to be broken in people who have inflammatory issues in their blood vessels, and a lot. I would dare say almost most people do it separately. Okay. So the K27 and D3, if you're out of balance and having too much calcium in there, will help migrate that calcium. And calcium is part of the plaque buildup. That plaque buildup includes calcium. Okay, excess calcium. But you don't want to just take that by itself or too much D3 by itself, because now you're saying, you know what I'm saying, like you'll be throwing yourself out of balance. So that's why it's important. And K27 on its own, right by itself, has major implications for your mitochondria. Your resting mitochondrial performance, as well as when it's under load, is enhanced by K27. That's why why we put it in Restore.
Okay.
Right, but you'll also notice we got D3 in Restore as well. Okay.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Welcome, Arthur.
Thank you.
I'll shout out before the call is over. The brand I see it right here. Actually, it's the one I get is from.
We're talking about building your mitochondria up. For those of y'all that have joined us, recently, your mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. So we're attacking your mitochondria at the cellular level, right? When your mitochondria are as serious as if you lost it all.
180 milligrams of.
If you lost it all right now, you would just drop dead. That's how serious your mitochondria is, okay? And this is what we're using. This is considered a food to build your mitochondria up.
Okay. All right.
Again, if you're 50 plus years old, chances are you've lost over half of your mitochondria. If you've ever taken antibiotic, then antibiotics damages mitochondria, okay? And you know, so the older you get, you know, the less your body has of certain things, okay? So every human, every pet has mitochondria.
That is correct. We tried and you couldn't make it. You want to try them again?
Yeah, try them again.
All right, Larry, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, Dale and Roger.
Hey, Larry.
Yes, can you hear me? Good. I have a problem with trying to activate my mobile app. I sent in a ticket to you at the beginning of the week, and I haven't heard anything yet.
Okay, that's not the kind of question for this call. This is supposed to be just regular nutritional stuff on this call, y'all. So if y'all have questions like that, then you need to call into customer service on the days that it's open, so Monday through Saturday, and which is 509-593-3300, and you know, have those questions addressed. These calls are for, you know, these are nutritional calls, so we're supposed to be asking questions and talking about the products and you can, and giving testimonials.
You
can ask questions and everything.
Are you successfully logged into your back office with that same username and password?
Mr. Hill's being nice enough of addressing it.
Dale probably take a screenshot and call you back, or have someone call you back.
Yep.
That's why he told Dale to do that.
We'll get it figured out. Appreciate it, buddy. You bet.
Bye-bye. Okay.
If y'all are just joining us, make sure you have your pen and your paper so you can take notes, because you get awesome knowledge. Y'all know knowledge is power, right?
All right. Connie and Larry, I unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
All right. I've been listening to you for a couple of weeks now. So I got my order coming. I got the three products.
He got his bundle coming, guys.
Dialysis, and you know I got about 3 or 4 other health issues. So I do a dialysis at night and I sleep, and then I'm trying to figure out what's the most effective way to start the 3 products.
I'm gonna let Dale answer that question, because he had that. We work with his daughter a lot. Dale.
Yeah. Number one, don't take them right before dialysis, because it's going to get washed out of your blood. And it makes sense, especially in the beginning.
I have several customers on dialysis, and they normally don't.
What you're going through.
They don't use it till after they've come back from dialysis.
At least. And the way you take it, the best way to take it with dialysis, and a great way to take it anyway, is take it first thing in the morning when you get up. But on the days you're not doing dialysis, 4 droppers is a regular dose. 4/5 of a teaspoon, or 4 of the droppers, because they go up to 1 mil. I would take 8 droppers a day, but I spread them out. 2 when I wake up, 2 in the morning.
The dropper has lines on it. You see that top line is 1 milliliter. So you take 4 droppers filled to that 1 milliliter line equals 4 milliliters, and that's the regular dosage of Restore.
To a younger age, and it's critical because of the dialysis you're going through. I mean, you hit dialysis when your function hits 18. Typically, you go into dialysis. We've got people. It doesn't work for everybody this way, but we've got 4 people that have come off of dialysis. That's unique.
One of my customers, Miss Irma Jean, came off. You go to Health and World Show with Stephanie, go to playlist, you can find her testimony.
The mitochondria to fix what's going on inside of you, but you've got to use it strategically. And then again, you've got to be using now that we've got them, Renew. And you've got to be using the Rejuvenate. Now think about Rejuvenate. It gets your mitochondria increased through your skin. It also helps the circulation. I mean, you're talking about blood circulation. I'd be using 2 or 3 times a day Rejuvenate
or more.
On my skin.
2 or 3 times a day or more.
On your skin,
as much as you can afford to do it.
Get a little heat action going. make sure you put a teaspoon of the oil in the jar of Rejuvenate.
Make sure you put some Restore oil into your Rejuvenate gel. 1 dose.
And you can do a number of things, none of which matters if you haven't changed your diet. I'm sure that you have. And dialysis with my daughter, they even limited her liquid intake. But it's all about bringing your kidneys back and your liver back. So that's the way I would use it. And use it strategically and use it when it'll stay in your blood and help your body. Does that make sense?
It do, but I'm on a different, I just want to say this. My dialysis is at home, so I do the fluid. So every night around 10:30, I do an 8.5-hour treatment each day, every day, right? And then in the morning time, I get off
at night. Here's what you do. As soon as that treatment is over, do your intake of Restore. Do all 3 products. As soon as it's over, your blood's been washed, the dialysis is over, let's get it back into your system. And then I would hit it hard again midday because come evening, you're going to do dialysis. And
so he's recommending that you do it twice a day. So that means 2 bundles. This is 1 bundle. So that means you're going to need at least 2 bundles to take it twice a day.
Eyes change after a day. The body's looking desperately for mitochondria, and you're going to start giving it to it. So that's what I would do.
I appreciate that. Also, I got numbness in my hands. Been numb for years because I did assembly work for General Motors for years. So I got that numbness, right? So how do I put the same Rejuvenate, rub them on my hands every day too?
Yeah. So let me say this about that. You're going to need to use a lot of Rejuvenate very frequently, 4, 5, 6 times a day. I injured my hand, and I'm over here squeezing a rubber ball and all this kind of stuff, too, in addition to having rejuvenated already probably 3 times a day. Okay, and I may probably do it 3 more times before the day is over. Okay, so don't hesitate when you've got a serious long-term concern. Go get yourself another bundle and be double dose. I double triple dose every day, and I don't have any heavy duty stuff going on.
Gotcha. Okay. And one more thing, I got bad eyes too.
Okay. Rub it around your eyes. Okay. You definitely want to rub it around your eyes.
Okay, good. We're good then. All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
What is
that? What is that product? These are the MoreMito products. So if you have pen and paper, what you want to do is, for more information on the people products, you want to text SA and the number 2 to 714-418-5376. Again, that's text SA and the number 2 to 714-418-5378. For more information on pet products, then you'll text SA and the number 2 to 706-970-2214. Again, for the pet nutritional information, 706-970-2214. But make sure you text the code SA2 to those, and we'll get you more information. These are all natural products. What we're doing is we're building your mitochondria up. Every human has mitochondria. Every pet has mitochondria. Mitochondria is as serious as if you lost all your mitochondria right now, you would just drop dead.
Long time no hear from. I was just.
But if you text the number, I'll make sure you get information. Okay.
Back in July, when I told you the first 2 weeks that I took the MoreMito, my hair grew 2 inches. Now I'm at.
First week of taking the product, her hair grew 2 inches, guys. 2 inches.
So, Doris, you grew 2 inches in the first how long?
First 2 weeks.
The first 2 weeks, y'all.
How long has it
2 weeks.
Between then and now?
Well, I started in July, the first 2 weeks in July.
Okay. And
So you guys that are, going bald, you need to get your bundle, get it in there, so your hair can start growing back.
6 inches.
Even women, if you have thinning or you want your hair to be longer, get your products, get that mitochondria built up.
Maybe 12 or 13 inches long. before, for personal reasons, my husband had to cut it, and it was cut down to a half an inch off of from my scalp.
Mm.
And now I'm at 6 inches. I'm at 8 inches. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's had quite a bit of hair growth, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
But she built her mitochondria up, right? When she started attacking it at the cellular level, then her body started responding and it grew her hair.
You know, we don't grow hair like that. That fast.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't happen normally, right? And that's why I put it on my head. My top of my head started to fuzz up. I stopped immediately.
Because he wants to stay bald, y'all. That's the CEO of the company. He likes his bald head, okay? So if you like your bald head, then you don't want to put it on your head, okay?
I make my husband take time to take me to the beauty shop. Now I have to go get my hair done. Even she was surprised.
Yeah.
So are you hairdressers? Are you barbers? You need to add this to what you're doing for your customers. Make this available to them. Because it helps.
One lady had a brain operation. The hair never grew back in that spot where they had cut into her head. And she got on Mito, and hair started growing right back.
Did y'all hear that?
Thank you, Doris.
Yes.
Helping a lot of folks out there, Doris.
That is so great to hear.
Some people have experienced in their hair, like they may have gray hair. Some people have experienced that their hair started turning back to the original color it was. Some people, their texture of their hair changed as well. So, again, it's up to you and how your body responds with the product.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hi. This is the first call that I've been on, and it's a wonderful call. Thank you so much. I'm 87 years old, and I recently sold my home, and I'm now in independent living, and of course I've got a lot of things going on at my age. I won't mention all of them, but one of them, I have trigeminal neuralgia.
Yes.
We talked about that not too long ago.
It's extremely painful. So that's a concern. And another thing, I have incontinence really, really bad. And I have, eye problems and pain and just various things I won't mention. So tell me how I could be helped for my trigeminal and also incontinence.
I will probably give you the same answer I gave everybody.
Everybody gets the same answer.
Get
on the products.
Get a bundle of this magical MoreMito stuff, right? And take it as directed. If you're in Dale, give it out. Instruct that person. Take it just like he said. Get that teaspoon of it, split it up some early, some late, across all the products. All right? Now, the other thing you can do is this. Go in your back office where it says share MoreMito info, navigate to people products, and type in the word trigeminal. And see those two interviews I did with people who heard me say that, did what I said, and got the results you hear they got for the trigeminal neuralgia. Okay? Now, once again, I emphasize, we aren't trying to cure trigeminal any more than we are kidney failure.
We don't cure anything.
What we're trying to do is regrow your mitochondria to help your body do all that.
Yes, we regrow mitochondria. Your body knows how to fix itself already when you regrow that mitochondria.
So bottom line is the three products, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Bottom line, take the 3 products.
Very simple.
Order them. Create your free customer website. Order your 3 products, your bundle, Brain and Body bundle,
Thank you so much.
and take them.
I hope those people
If you want to hit it even stronger, take it multiple times a day. That means you're going to take it 2 times a day, 2 bundles. 3 times a day, 3 bundles. Okay?
Thank you.
Right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
How about Jerry from New York? No, he didn't have his hand up. I'm looking in the wrong place. I got to get back to the right one. Okay.
Got lots of hands up.
Shelby Johnson in New York.
All right.
right, Shelby, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
She asked a question a few minutes ago, so she might have another one.
Shelby, are you there?
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, gentlemen. I'm in New Jersey, actually, and I have the product, and I've been taking it. The thing that is kind of difficult for me is to restore the oil. It kind of makes me feel a little nauseous. So one of the people, when I called customer service, said I should put it in a little honey. And I've been able to take 1 or 2 ml, put it in the honey, and hold that for a little bit and then swallow it down. I just wanted to ask you, is that okay? Because I have some serious health challenges, and I should be taking it about 4 times a day.
If you have a diabetic issue, you might want to use something other than honey. Okay.
No, I don't have diabetes. I don't have diabetes.
So then, it's not that a little honey goes a long ways in that case. Okay. Because the most important thing is that you get it in, do whatever you got to do to take it. And that nausea you're talking about could be a detox symptom that may pass. Anyway.
I think it's getting a bit better now. It's getting a bit better, yeah.
Then she's probably
But I'm
detoxing.
I need to be taking it 4 times
So
a day,
guys,
and I
sometimes
couldn't
when you get on the products, remember everybody's body's different. You may go through a detox. So you may go through a detox in the form of feeling headaches. You may go through a detox where, like if you have parasites coming out of you, you may have to go to the bathroom, multiple times. But understand, if your body starts to go through a detox, it's bringing out something that needs to come out of you.
No, I can manage it. I just got to take it. That's my challenge.
But like she was saying, she was having trouble taking the restore oil. Sometimes you can, like Dale just said, mix it with applesauce. You can mix it with some, other kind of drinks as well. I wouldn't mix it with water because water doesn't really, have like a taste, right? But you can mix it with something where you don't taste it. For those of y'all that have that issue.
Great input. Who's next?
How about who's been here a long time? We did the cell phone. Do we do the cell phone guy in Georgia 404? Do we actually get that person?
Y'all remember, when y'all raise your hand, when you get on the call, the conference call, and you raise your hand, be listening for them to call you, so they don't have to keep on going back to that same number, because then, that's taking away time from somebody else getting their testimonial out or their question asked and answered.
Hi. My question to hi, Dale and Dr. Mr. Rogers. My question to you, I have several. My first question is, can people, mitochondria be restored, if they are currently on prescription drugs and they are afraid to immediately stop the usage? Do you have any recommendations?
Yes, I was on 18 to 20 different medications. This is what brought me off of my medications, okay?
People on this call got on some kind of medication.
Yes.
Okay, so it's so common.
Yes.
And I'm glad to tell you that it doesn't matter.
That's right. Because this is not a medication. This is a food, and we're building mitochondria.
I mean, if the doctor tells you, which you'll have some procedure coming up, whatever, don't take anything else. We're not going to contradict that advice. There's no issues.
So it doesn't affect the amount the actual restoration of the mitochondria.
No, our stuff's going to work. I mean, typically, I don't have a pattern of it conflicting with medication or medication causing it not to work. Okay?
I think she's thinking about how medications do, how sometimes medications conflict with other medications. This is not a medication. This is considered a food. This is all natural.
I was on blood pressure medicine. I got off before I even started the Mito. I got off 2 weeks before I started the MoreMito. My pressure now is pretty normal. My heart rate is pretty normal. That was going to be the next thing I was going to talk about. That I was diagnosed with a irregular heartbeat. I was rushed to the hospital emergency. My heart rate was 160 beats per minute, and I was threatening a heart attack and a stroke. Since I've been taking the MoreMito, my heart rate is normal. And
I used to have an irregular heartbeat, y'all.
Made that I have an ablation.
I used to have an irregular heartbeat.
Surgery.
Right. We talked to you last week or last Monday, so here's the thing, and I want everybody else to hear this. So you get on Mito, and your body is able to make these changes, okay? And when the changes happen, some of y'all just quit there and think you're okay.
No,
All right,
you gotta
well,
keep
you're
going.
not okay. that systemic information is still there. It's going to still cause you a problem. You know, you don't feel it. So I encourage you. I'm happy to hear your story. I hope you'll stay on it and kind of
Some
make
people
it a
say,
life
how long do I need to
and
be
not
on
think
it?
of it as something
Hey,
extra,
if you can,
but something that's
you know,
just
be
an
on it for the
essential
rest
part
of your
your
life,
diet.
you can continue
Okay?
building your mitochondria up the rest of your life. You know, I would never suggest you get off of it.
And my last question is, I didn't see anything on the testimonials about anything like Hep C or hepatitis B. Can your mitochondria be restored even when you have those type of illnesses? If someone
It doesn't make a difference what the condition
So
is.
your body can restore be restored regardless of the illness.
That's right.
Regardless of the illness.
See, they're still thinking about conditions, guys. It doesn't make a difference what your condition is. You know, got a kidney issue, you know, just had a kidney transplant, you name it. Your body can fix itself. Your body knows how to do it, but you need to build your mitochondria
your body's
up.
ability to do that by putting more energy resources at its disposal. That's why there's no contradiction.
That's clear. I have a question. What advice, if you could give any advice for anyone that has irregular heartbeat and they're been scheduled for surgery, and now their actual heart rate is normal? Would you have any advice?
Okay, obviously,
if your heart rate is normal, the doctor should know. But some doctors still want to have an operation. Then you have to make that call, guys. I will tell you, if it was me, if my heart rate is normal, I'm not going to allow them to cut on me.
Oh man, I mean, like we had the lady with Pastor Enoch's wife years ago. She had congestive heart failure. They said her heart is 90% blocked. Okay, we see her on Thursday. She's supposed to have the operation on Tuesday. And we're at a different venue on the following Thursday. Here she comes. We think she's recovering from a heart operation. Well, she didn't take it because when they prepped her for that operation, she had only been on our product, whatever, however many days it is between Thursday and Tuesday. Her arteries had gone from 90% blocked down to 50% blocked.
Did you hear that?
And the doctors admitted that had she been 90% blocked and they had tried that operation, she might not have survived it. She was so weak. So, you know, let's understand that our bodies belong to us. The doctors are our subcontractors. You need to make the decisions for yourself to make sense to you.
That's right,
And
guys.
again, I'm saying that in general, not talking against doctors, any of that. They do some wonderful things. But when they're necessary, as opposed to unnecessary, makes a lot more sense to me.
It does. I had to make some decisions on my own.
So there you go.
Thank you.
I sure did.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking my question.
And I'm glad I did.
All right.
I made the decision to get on the MoreMito. And it has really built my mitochondria up, guys.
Benita, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, good afternoon here. I'm in Upper Manhattan at the moment in a rehab. Still, it's been 8 weeks in this rehab. I'm dealing with pain. I have my third bundle right now. I just took the
She's on her third bundle.
brain and body, and I think my Restore 3 capsules of MoreMito. I'm eating a full day, trying to and have green juice in front of me. I just wanted to know, I'm diagnosed now with leaky veins in addition to that secondary progression.
With leaky veins, so you have like varicose veins?
I don't have any present, and you know, I weigh 100 and maybe 38 pounds. I'm about 5'8", almost, and osteoarthritis in the knee. So I'm dealing with cramps and spasms and cramps and spasms, and I've never taken medicine for MS. It's always been in remission,
And so until a low vitamin D level was in the 70s.
Okay, so go back to your specific question for me.
Right, because she's not answering the question.
So I'm being offered to treat symptoms with Botox and a baclofen pump, or either now just increase some baclofen. That's the only medicine I'm on, and some Eliquis I started taking because I was diagnosed one time with an irregular heartbeat. So I appreciated the previous caller's comments and questions.
So your body will make many changes that was not in a position to make before you regrow your mitochondria. Okay, so depending on the urgency that you're facing from those conditions, you might want to try that first. Okay, and I say might because you do have to listen to your doctor. You have to make an informed decision as to what you're going to agree to or not agree to. And I'm certainly not trying to make that decision for you. But we just see this all the time where this natural way of doing it, regrowing mitochondria, just addresses things that make it not necessary, right? But or I'll also say this pertains to all the people on medication. When I tell you to get off your medication, take our stuff and see how much longer you need it. Okay, I mean that's you're not gonna stop eating your other food. Eat this.
That's right.
Kind of
This food right here. Do y'all hear what he's telling everybody? Get all 3 products. Get your bundle. Build your mitochondria up.
To stay vigilant on what to eat and what not to eat. If I was in my own controlled atmosphere, I would have fruit specials, nuts and seeds. We have farms here, spring season, so I appreciate them locally grown right now here in New York. And it's an organic farmer also, so I'm grateful for that. I've always used food medicine and wellness coach. Right now, the foods that I'm eating, if I have some pasta, is that going to offset all this nutrition that I'm putting on?
So hospitals are notorious for feeding people as if they're not in the hospital. Right, and not giving you really healthy food. You could be in there for a diabetes and that gives you cake. Okay? Because who they contracted out to, they got cake on the menu. Okay, eat some cake. All right? So I think you've got to be forthright and more demanding of feed me some healthy food here. See if there's some changes that they can't make to that. That's what I would do.
Yeah, well, they don't have it. And so I bring it in myself, and I have to order and have it in the
you're well advised to do that.
Yeah. And so your advice is just to increase my 2 to 2 and 3 dosages of the...
Yeah, I would increase it. You're facing a lot of different issues. Like I say, I mean, I double and triple dose every day. I got a lot to keep up with, right? And I'm fortunate that more serious conditions are not among them, but that's why I'm doing it, because I don't want those. Okay? So take more.
So as often as possible, get the oil in, have the capsules to brain and body more often, every few hours if possible, and put the cream and mix it and could it just be consistent, keep it moving. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Again, guys, you want to get your brain and body bundle because you're building your mitochondria up. This is considered a food. This is not a medication. Okay?
The car driver needs you in California. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, I have a friend with atrophy, nerve damage in her left eye, and the majority of her eyes are dead. Will the MoreMito product help restore her dead eye cells?
What MoreMito product is going to do is help restore her mitochondria. and body with this extra energy will work harder at restoring her eye. Because it's trying. It's trying. We're just going to enable it to try harder. Okay?
People still not understanding. It's not the condition. This is building your mitochondria. Your body knows how to fix itself.
Your question reminds me of her. So her hand's like wasting away. And she's got, which implies a circulatory issue, so she can't nourish those muscles. She's got sounds like neuropathy symptoms and everything. All that reverses when all she did was just take this stuff. That's all she did. Okay? And it started filling out like miraculously right away. It's almost like, one of those science fiction movies or something where people start morphing in front of your eyes. Okay? So I don't know that that will happen in all cases. Everyone's body, of course, is different. But boy, I want to find out how that applies to me if I were you.
Oh, okay. Well, all three products or just the cream and the restore?
Without question, all three. Without question,
all
all three.
three.
Okay?
I don't know why people keep wanting to break it up.
The last 3 or 4 times I said it. All these products are trying to restore your mitochondria. If we could put it all in one thing, we would, but we can't. It doesn't come that way in nature. You got some on one side, we can put them in restore. You got the water side, we can put them in brain and body. And then you have a need to put it specifically in certain areas where you got to go through the skin. Restore, rejuvenate rather than designed to be transdermal, carry that nutrition to the skin. If you put some restore in there, shake it up like I do in every bottle, carry that too. Okay? So there you go. Make it happen. You got it.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Gail Yolanda from Charleston, South Carolina.
All right, Gail Yolanda, I've unmuted you. Go ahead. Hello, Gail.
All right. Stephen Roberson.
Gail's not.
Ottawa, Canada.
All right. Stefan, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I had cataract surgery and was diagnosed with glaucoma, and I caught just a little bit of the call you had last week about the drops in the eye, and I'm taking the basic dosage that's on the bottle, the 4 drops and the two pills once a day.
4 drops,
and
4
put the
milliliters
drops in my
of
eye
Restore
this
All,
morning.
and 2 of the Renewed Brain and Body capsules.
I kind of missed what you said about it being in the eyes, but I had already did it. So I wanted to find out, would it be okay to put the drop in the eye, and I also rubbed it on the eyelids as well.
Well, if you've already had your lens replaced with a synthetic lens, put that drop right in the middle of your eye. It's not going to penetrate. It's going to sit on your eye. Okay, that's the problem you're going to have. So, the best you're going to do is close your eyes, put it on your eyelid. Like I said, I've been doing through the course of this call. It will affect your eye, okay? And then, I think it was Pastor Ross. She had a cataract corner for the
Drop it
corner
on your
eye. She put it
eyelid,
in the corner.
rub it in.
I don't know how that works.
On your eyelid, rub it in.
You know, you just got to be careful with it because it's going to accumulate. You're not going to have it. If you put it in the center of your eye, which is ideally where you want to put it, that's where that lens is. It's not going through there.
So basically what he's saying, if you've had some type of surgery and they have put a lens over your eyeball, don't put the product on your eyeball because the lens is there. It's not going to go through the lens. But you can still put it around your eyes, okay? Because it still gets in your system going around your eyes, right? So I rub it all around my eyes multiple times a day, okay? It also gets into your brain by rubbing it around your eyes.
I need to really turn up my mitochondria because I got very serious issues.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking too. How many times? How many times? You said 2 or 3 times a day, huh?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is not too much.
Particularly with that rejuvenate. Rejuvenate, you got to have some frequency with that. I mean, I might put it on 6 or 7 times a day.
Okay, because I rub it on my eyes, over my lids as well.
Yeah. Keep the on your eyes. I'm talking about my eyes. So I got an injured hand and a foot that's just about fully recovered, and I tweaked my knee on the other side. So I'm getting that jar out and I'm hitting them all.
I was doing that
during this call.
Yeah, I was doing that too with my hands because I had what's that from the electricity going through your hands. I was what they call the carpal tunnel. I was dealing with the carpal tunnel in both hands. So yeah, I'm rubbing it on both of my hands throughout the day.
All right.
Can I ask a question? I'm here with Phyllis, and I'm taking the products as well. Hi. So, but I am
doing the dose of the droppers for Stephen since he can't see. And my question is, when I put when I squeeze it, it says the dosage is 0.1 milliliter. Does it matter? I mean, it always goes way past 0.1. So does that matter?
Okay, so you got like maybe 4 marks on there. The top one.
Yeah, 4 marks on here, guys. You see 4?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's the top one that's 1 milliliter. Okay. The regular dosage is 4 milliliters. Okay. 4. So you're gonna do that dropper 4 times for it to be 1 dose of the Restore All, right? Or you can take it and put it in a teaspoon, and or 1 teaspoon, okay? And that's 1 regular dose, okay?
And the Restore, he should do, instead of 4 drops a day, maybe 8 drops a day?
At minimum. At minimum, I do 12.
Turn it up. You can take as much more as you want. You can even put this on salads, okay? A lot of people put it on salads, salad dressing. If you, one of last week's calls, we talked about the eye salad. So you go back and get some of the previous calls. You go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie and, go on the conference calls and get the call, or you can go in your back office and get the call and get the information on that salad that they use this as a salad dressing, because it's a healthy salad, just like they were talking about the oatmeal.
Okay. But since I am getting progress, I'm more putting it on my eyelids than anything else. I'm happy with that.
You're putting the Restore on your eyelids?
Yes, you can put the Restore on your eyelids as well. But you can do this by yourself, put it on your eyelids, as well as put some of the Restore, 1 dose of the Restore in your Rejuvenate Gel when you first open it, shaking it up, which mixes it all up, and then put it, around your eyes as well. Or you can do both. You put some of the oil on, then put the Rejuvenate on. It's up to you. It's not going to hurt. It only helps.
I would probably give me some Petlife in that next order. And I would put those start right in my eye. There's no question I do.
But he has the cataract. I mean, he has the lens. He has the...
You bring me back to that realization. No, I wouldn't. You're going to have to go around it by putting it in your, I put it on the taking stuff out. Yeah. It also will go through your skin, but I would put it, I certainly would just take more internally, for sure. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you.
Okay, great having you on.
Good to be here.
Yeah, good to be here. Right. We try to mop it all up, but do we do great Gail, Yolanda, and Charleston? Did she answer?
We did. She did not answer.
Give her one more.
Let's try her again.
Yeah, one more time. Then we're going to go to Charleston. We're going to see if we can talk to Samara.
So while they're trying to get her, guys, if you want more information on People products, the People nutritional products, text SA and the number 2, 714-418-5376, or more information on the Pet nutritional products, text SA and the number 2 to 706-970-2214. But if someone else referred you, get back with the person that referred you.
Yes, Cassandra. And so I have a question about type 1 diabetes. Is this what type 1? Oh, okay. And you can have to restore, because I have a nephew and he has
Again, people keep asking about conditions. We don't do conditions, guys. We build your mitochondria up, and when you build your mitochondria up, your body knows how to fix itself.
Get a bundle, take it. The type 1 is special because they were born not able to produce the insulin to start with. But I have type 1 diabetics who are on it, and they're doing better. I don't know that means that they're producing any more insulin than they did before. But you're going to systemically make your body better when you have more mitochondria to work with. So you have to do it as far as alopecia is concerned, that and everything else, but the Restore Rejuvenate Dishes and massage it frequently during the day and watch your body take advantage of it to fix that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So as he said, with the alopecia, if y'all have alopecia or know somebody have alopecia, so you barbers, people have beauty shops or beauticians, you want to get the product and, use it in their hair so that it can help their hair to grow.
I wasn't sure if you.
There you are.
So, in other words, build their mitochondria up.
Anyways, thank you. I was just want to say thank you so much again. You're doing amazing, and it's so amazing to hear some testimonials. I'm trying to inspire my parents and just let them know that my mom's making lunch by herself, which is really great. So happy. Just helping her. But just giving my experience, I know there was some gentleman who was talking about eye exam, and I've been a vision rehab consultant, worked with optometrists, ophthalmologists, but it's an optomath. So I know exactly that retinal scan, but amazing that his cataracts are gone. It's like amazing because I can share with some of my colleagues, that this is something we can do and, provide them the opportunity to get their eyes. And this is my own personal, doing a lot of work online, etc. But I know when I was transitioning in those couple of years, I noticed some things with my eyes, and I was like, what's going on? And I was very nervous about different things that I used to treat. And so then I was kind of looking, seeing, but I needed to do some things with my liver. I did some detox, whatever. But this product is really amazing because, whenever I'm feeling a little stress on my eyes, I'm able to really get back. Because when your eyes are not like hurting you and stuff, I'm on a computer, the blue light or whatever, then I have glasses. Sometimes the blue light glasses, they still, can put a little pressure because you're putting your concentration. So, yeah, I'm very, very happy, and thank you so much. And I just had a question just for some people I had around the world. Our system here should be able to work with anywhere in the world, right? Like if we have any countries, if anyone has any trouble.
If there's somewhere they ship to, then we can ship there.
Okay, yeah. It's in Gambia. We should be able to do that, right?
I don't think we ship too much to Russia right now.
Anywhere that you can ship to, we can ship the products to. Did y'all hear the CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, say that? Anywhere that you can ship to, you can ship the products to.
Countries are good, but like maybe Morocco, Gambia, I was looking at that. So I'll just figure it out.
Dale has a procedure for that. He says, go ahead, Dale.
Yeah, if to get the address correct, first go and sign in, and if for some reason it doesn't let that country sign in, use your address to sign in, and then we'll work on the shipping address for them, okay? And when we're shipping to another country, we get some odd-looking addresses, odd for what all of us are used to. Some countries don't have zip codes. They've got a funny address. Take a picture with their phone of something else delivered to the home. Show us a power bill or something else so we can format it correctly. But get them registered. That's the first thing. Listen, I just said if their country doesn't work, it's only because we haven't activated it unless it's on a do not ship list.
That's how you get in the system.
From the government. So use your address to get them registered. We don't send to that address. We send to the addresses used in shipping. So get them registered first, then we'll work on shipping. And we're shipping already 48 countries. There aren't too many we don't ship. We're shipping all over Africa, all over South Asia. But if something pops up, we'll get it fixed. Let us know.
Great.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Dell. Okay, great.
All right. So here's what I'm going to take a screenshot right now, and that's how I will address Mary Lockhart and that U.S. Cellular person, Cedar Rapids. Because we're gonna call it a day right now, but I want to make this kind of concluding.
We've had an awesome time, guys.
This is the topic we're talking about today, about this relationship between inflammation and your diseases and your diet and so forth is super critical. Toward the end of the year, traveling and holiday eating and whatnot, me being lax about checking my blood pressure, then I look up, it's been over a year and a half since I went to the doctor, in which case they would have checked it. I found out that I've got ridiculously high blood pressure, 150 plus, over 90 plus. Come on. I'm used to having the blood pressure of an athletic person, okay? But I was lax. I didn't see. That's when I started studying this oatmeal diet, and this become known as a magic oatmeal. Long story short, I'll go back to that doctor yesterday, and my blood pressure was 118 over 70. After 70, how I went. And I think it was up above where it's been because my average for the last 30-some days was like 105, right? Over in like 70 or something, 75, 105 or 70, 75. So I can just tell you that damage, that ongoing inflammation in your arteries, you can unwind that if in addition to the most important thing you do is regrow your mitochondria, right? But the next thing is you got to stop feeding it and you got to start unwinding it with these nutrients. In that diet, you've got curcumin that works 20 times better the way it's put out there. You got flax seeds, you got something I never used before, hemp hearts and stuff like that. These things have been scientifically tested. When you go there, you listen to the doctor, they explain to you how it works and why it works, okay? And I will have people on here going forward who are actually doing this, getting their results, more shadows and stuff with you, right? But I urge you, go get that information. It's there. I think we're like February is when we put it in last. Go back and look at Dr. Dell and there's other doctors there will show you chapter and verse how to do it. And you don't have to use everything. They studied 83 foods and spices and stuff. They came up with like 6. And then 2 of them I can't even take because I'm allergic to them. I wish I could take pomegranate arrows. And I'm sorry, yeah, is that right? And I wish I could take cacao, but I'm allergic to them. The other 4 are absolutely giving me the results that I want. And if you can take, and you don't have to take them all, you don't have to have them all at the same time, and you can put other things in you like. I'm with the blueberries and all of that. And I also have a drink version of that before I can just make drinks out with my hibiscus tea. So assume your proper responsibility for what happens to you by putting in your body what's going to help you unwind this information, not add to it or not do anything about it, okay? I just urge you to do that. Dale Bonet, you get the last word.
Listen, everybody, the major message of today, the major message to understand what we've given you, multiple changes for each person. Replenishing the mitochondria can help everything because, as Roger says, all we're doing is giving the body the energy it lost over the years. Let your body fix what's wrong. You do that with our products. Let's have a great, great weekend. We'll see everybody again on Monday night.
Okay, guys, was that not awesome? That was an awesome call that we did, and I thank you guys for joining me live. You can also go back and re-listen to it if you go to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. When you go there, make sure you subscribe. Some of you may have seen it on Success on Stephanie. Subscribe there as well. But if you're on Success on Stephanie, go under Health and Wellness. Or if you're on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, which is the main TV show for the, building up your mitochondria, then you'll go to the playlist and you'll go to conference calls and you'll find them under conference calls. So guys, I hope that you had an awesome time listening about building your mitochondria up. Again, mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. So it's as serious as if you lost all your mitochondria, you would just drop dead. So, you want to build that mitochondria up. You want to get your brain and body bundle so that you can build your mitochondria up so your body can fix itself. Our body already knows how to fix itself from anything. God designed our body to fix itself from anything. However, you do need to build your mitochondria up. So remember, if you're, say, 50s, 60s, or older, then you've already lost over half of your mitochondria, right? Also remember, there's things that, certain medications that damages mitochondria. Certain other things damage mitochondria, right? So if you're ever taking an antibiotic, it damages your mitochondria, right? So the key is to get your mitochondria built up. Remember, every human and every pet has mitochondria. So if for all the humans, this is what we use for you to build your mitochondria up. The Renew Brain and Body Bundle, which consists of the Restore All, Renew Brain and Body Capsules, and the Rejuvenate Gel. For the pets, we have Petlife, which is Restore All minus the ingredients that the pets can't have in here, and a Petlife label is put on there. So that's why you hear some of the humans using it, because it's still Restore All. And Rejuvenate Gel, straight Rejuvenate Gel. These 2 are for the pets. Use them straight, okay? Now, if you want to mix some of the Petlife into Rejuvenate Gel for the pets, that's fine. But do not mix the Restore All into your Rejuvenate Gel and give that to your pets, because there's ingredients in the Restore All that pets are not supposed to have. But you also heard them talking about mixing the Restore All into the Rejuvenate Gel. You're going to mix 1 dose, which is 4 milliliters, or 1 teaspoon into your Rejuvenate Gel. put the top back on it, shake it up. It'll go from white to like a burnt orange. You can information on this is also on the Health and Well Show with Stephanie. If you go under the playlist and go under tools or training, the information is there on how you mix restore oil into your information. Glad that y'all took the time out to join us. We also, I'm not sure what happened there. Okay. I'm gonna give my website out as well. But if remember, if somebody else referred you, get back with the person that referred you. You always get back with the person that referred you. So, but my website is https:// MoreMito MoreMito.com/S Alford, which is my username, SALFORD / and the number 2. You once you go to that website, it pulls up, where you create your free customer website. Remember, you get a free customer website. That's how you get in the system. You have to be referred by somebody. You don't just go to the company. You have to be referred by someone. Okay. So either myself or somebody else that, that shared it with you will be your person that referred you, right? So you go in there and you just create your free customer website. It's as simple as this. It'll ask you to pick a username or password, then put in your email address, name, address, phone number, and you're going to click that you're not a robot, and you're going to register it. Okay. Simple as that. Your free customer website is up, right? We also have a app. We have the MoreMito app. So once you create your free customer website, and the reason why you do that first is because you'll need your username and password. So once you create your free customer website, the same username and password that you use for your website, you're going to use that to go to either your Play Store or your App Store and download the MoreMito app, MoreMito. And once you download that MoreMito app, you're going to use your username and password to log into that MoreMito app. This is the MoreMito app, if y'all can see it on there. That's the MoreMito app. And so you'll use your username and password to log into your app. When I tell you the app tracks everything, you have information to send out to people. Again, the app is free, guys. So we have a lot of free tools for you to be successful. Whether it's just being a successful customer, helping other customers, you might want to be a customer where you get your products for free. Yes, we have an opportunity for you to get your products for free, y'all. It's awesome, right? All you do is share this information with other people, okay? So you share the information with other people, you get MoreMito bucks, and you can use your MoreMito bucks to order free product, right? Or you can take the opportunity to go in your back office, switch to paid representative, and pull cash out then, right? Once you switch to paid representative, which is also free, guys. And but it's all about when you're sharing, right? You're going to share anyway, because that's what we do. When we find something we like, we share it with other people, and when you share it, then other people, they get on the product, right? They're connected to you because they did what? They created their free customer website by going to your website, right? And then so they're connected to you, and then you get the benefits of it, okay? So it's a wonderful thing. Then we also have another thing where people can request information on the people products and the pet products. So you have your own code. So if you want more information on the people products, then you can text SA and the number 2 to 714-418-5376. Or if somebody else referred you, get back with them. You use the same phone number, but get their code for you to text it to, right? To put in there. So, but if you want more information on pet products, then you're going to text SA2, the number 2, to 706-970-2214. Okay? So, again, we hope that you have enjoyed it. We hope that you have gone on and created your free customer website. If you have questions, you can always put it in the comments, and we'll get your questions answered. Okay, and again, but if you were referred by somebody, you can get back with the person that referred you. But go ahead and create your free customer website. Order your brain and body bundle, right? So again, your brain and body bundle consists of Renew Brain and Body with your capsules, Restore Oil, and Rejuvenate Gel. And you want to get this bundle so that you can build your mitochondria up, because mitochondria is the powerhouse of your cells. And if you lose all your mitochondria, you just drop dead. That's how serious it is. I hope y'all get that, right? So, lost my train of thought, guys. Build that mitochondria up, and your body knows how to fix itself. That's where I was going. Your body knows how to fix itself, okay? But you got to build your mitochondria up. Okay, and I look forward to hearing your testimonials. I look forward to hearing how the product has just really helped you guys. And I look forward to working with any of you new customers. Okay, y'all go out and have a wonderful, healthy day.